Yo, good morning, everybody. Well, it's morning for me, man. It's like 5 o'clock. I literally, no, it's almost 6 o'clock. I literally just woke up 15 minutes ago. So bear with me here. I'm trying to get everything started, trying to get all this worked out so that I got my counter and everything else, man. But good morning. Thank you. Thank you for being here and joining me. Ah, cyberbully, man. I forgot to wear a hat. I don't even know where. Oh, my glasses are right here. I forgot to wear a hat. I haven't put anything on, man. I just woke up, dude. Nothing. You guessed wrong. You lost. Give me 1 second, fellas. I'm trying to remember the watch along stream. I gotta change some of these words. Get the counter, fixed. Where is the script? Oh, this is the script. Tools. Okay, someone's got to remind me to click that counter and change these scores and these names. I will forget. How do I change that? How do I change the score? Used to be easy. I forgot how to do all this stuff, man. See what happens? Because I don't go live. I don't do things like that. Why can't I just double click and change the score? You guys can see me though, right? Sean, what's up, man? Are we ready? Did you guys see the starting lineup? Are we ready for this? I've never heard of Fredrickson. I saw the little interview, or I read something on X that Ruben said that Fredrickson is good on the ball. I'm curious to see this Fredrickson kid, but he looks small, man. Like he looks like he's not ready for the big time. You guys can hear me, right? Man, how do I change this damn score? Not to mention I gotta change that. United. Wolves. Gotta change the graphic, the score. This is what happens when the game's at 6 a.m. I am not ready. Wolves United. Oh, that's how you change it. All right, let's go 0. Almost with you guys, man. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Thank you, Sean. We do. I just have no idea who this young lad is. Man, young lad. I haven't been called that in 20 years. I guess the hoodie color though. You saw me before you said white all day. You saw me, because Cyberbully had already said no cap at all. You can't guess the hoodie after you see me. And no hat, dude. It's 6 in the morning. Who wears a hat at 6 in the morning, man? I'm not. I'm not LL Cool J, or I don't have to have a hat. Do I have to have a hat? There's Barada and Wilcox, and I forgot that lady's name. There's Barada and Wilcox. Man, I saw them at the last game too. Did you guys see them at the last game at the end? Before, when we were losing, they looked pissed. And then when we were winning, they still looked pissed, but Barada was rubbing his hands together. I was like, what does that mean? You're still mad, but you're like got an evil scheme going on? No coffee. The coffee's right here. And the owl's still back there. But what you're seeing, the edge right there, what you're seeing is the edge of the TV I put in front of me. Because last time I did a watch along. I watched it on an iPad. I didn't want to because that's too small. I put a nice. It's not big, but it's at least, what is this, like 17? It's 17 to 20 inches in front of me. Better than a little iPad. It's your online look. Do I have to do it? Like this? What's up, YouTube? Thanks for joining me once again. Thanks for clicking on. It's 6 a.m., man. I can't do it right now. I got no energy for that. What do you guys think of Joe Bellingham, man? I've been seeing a lot in the news about if we don't make it to the Champions League, that Joe Bellingham's going to be their cheap midfield option. It worries me a little. I don't know. He might be good, but I don't watch the championship, so I don't know. The 6 a.m., man. I do feel better with a hat, though, so I won't lie. I'll probably go with the hat. And maybe when the game starts, I'll have to put my glasses back on just so I can see. All right, who guessed the starting lineup? Obviously without Fredrickson. Anybody? I thought Cheeto would start. But I can understand why he might be starting Rasmus because, like I said, in the last 2 games, Rasmus hasn't been playing that bad. Rasmus actually been showing me things that I haven't seen before, like his hold-up play. So maybe this is Amorim letting Rasmus get another run out for a half, or maybe a little longer than a half, to put him through his paces, because we're going to need Rasmus against Bilbao. That's for sure. Rasmus is going to have to come through against Bilbao. What's up, Be Cool? I want a Cheeto up front too, man. I'm going to call you Gan unless you tell me otherwise. Rasmus need Mainu. Mainu's starting today, so Rasmus does have Mainu behind him. I got to remember to start this timer on time, because if I miss it, I miss it. I don't know how to I don't know how to make it go at the right time. Look at Be Cool doing my job for me. Thank you, Be Cool. Yeah, smash them likes, dude. Let's get the like counter up, which I don't even know how to like check. Only 3 likes. Shame on you guys. I don't know how to check though. I'm just going off what Be Cool's telling me. Garnacho, Manu, Rasmus. I'm very curious to see how that's going to work out. Sean went to Old Trafford this year, I think for the season opener. I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I am going to try to make it out next year. Yeah, Obi will play in the second half. I heard that too. He's going to get minutes today. Man, Cunha. I want Cunha so bad, guys. Like, I was trying to play it cool on my videos. Like, yeah, I'd like to have him. But I want Cunha pretty bad. Cunha would be the best signing we make this summer, no matter what. Even if we sign Osimhen, I think Cunha would be the best signing we make this summer. I think it... Gan or Jan... what did I say I was going to call you? Gan, right? Gan, I think it's going to be an open game, dude. I think... I missed the fact that Lindelof was starting. I did not know Lindelof was starting. I thought it was Mizraoui, Maguire, and Fredrickson. It's Mizraoui, Lindelof, and Fredrickson. I don't like that. I really thought Maguire was starting. I'm not liking that at all. I'm not liking that at all. That scares me. Now I'm scared. Are those soft toys behind you? Yes, they are. That's how I decided to decorate the background. Like these things? That's how I decided to decorate the background. These are all... So I wouldn't... I bought these to decorate the background with, but I bought ones that mean something, like that I'm a fan of. Like Star Wars, like Family Guy, and stuff like that. I was trying to find some, like a Luffy one. But I couldn't. I didn't find anything. Hold on, I'm looking at their starting lineup. I don't get to watch Wolves that often, so I don't know if Andre was somebody I wanted like 2 years ago. I don't know how he's doing in the Premier League. The couple of games that I've watched Wolves play, he's been okay. He wasn't as good as I thought he would be in this league. But then coming from the Brazilian league to this league is such a big difference. I wish he rested Dorgu. Well, I mean, he rested Diogo Dalot instead, and Dalot needed the rest, man. Like, so I understand. Unless you're saying you wish he played Matato, whatever. You know who I'm talking about. The young kid that we just gave a contract to. But I don't think Matato is ready because I haven't seen him travel with the squad. Have you? I don't think he's ever traveled with the squad. He's the captain. Who are we talking about? Andre? Andre's not the captain. Oh, are you talking about Lindelof? Yeah, I don't. Not Lindelof. Yeah, he's the captain out of like because of experience, I guess, being there. I don't know, dude. Like, he's not a bad player. Don't get me wrong. He's just not good enough for this league at his age, and like he's just slow. What are we thinking about this hoodie that Amorim keeps wearing? I think if you guys watch my channel, you guys all understand I have like 20 hoodies that I own. I love hoodies. But man, I got a problem with that sleeve and those little red arrows. I don't like them. I wish we weren't sponsored by Adidas. I wish we had a different brand. Something with a better design scheme and color scheme. I usually don't like Adidas's designs. You like it, Sean? With the arrows? I like everything but the arrows. They throw me off. All right, Cunha. I think Motato played yesterday. Yeah, he probably did. Ooh, we just kicked off and I didn't start my thing, dude. Dang, I'm going to be behind. All right, I'm like 10 seconds behind the clock. Whatever the clock says, it's kicked off 10 seconds earlier than that. Yeah, actually, exactly 10 seconds. Sorry, I missed it. Guys, I know some of you guys might not agree with me here, but I'm so glad we didn't get 8 Nuri. 8 Nuri is good, don't get me wrong, but not. I didn't want 8 Nuri. I wanted better. The hoodie's cool, but those arrows, dude. All right, let's watch the game. Wow, they got out of that. First minute, we try to press them on the side. They get out of it. Not a good sign. We are much better organized in the back with Ruben Amorim. That's for sure. Just look at. I know it's the 3-back system, makes it look a lot harder and more organized anyway, but oh no. Of course, I talk trash, so he's going to do something. Man, Joao Gomez is just running around everywhere, getting the ball wherever he wants. Is that Andre or Joao Gomez? That's Gomez, number 8, right? Number 8 on their squad is Gomez or Andre? It's Gomez. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, we definitely lack depth, dude. You guys got to remember that the rest of this Premier League season is not that important. Like the squad he's playing right now, the personnel he's playing right now is just to find out what he has for next season. This is him trying to figure out what do we have for next season, who do we need to move on, who do we keep. I think Manu and Garnacho are still being auditioned. I think that they still have a chance of being sold or stay. Um, Harry Amos right now is in an audition. Probably Fredrickson. Manu just ran to the correct position and he's checking back. This is perfect. Now they got the little diamond and they have to rotate with each other, which is what just happened with Harry Amos. This is all perfect. These kids are moving in the right ways. Nothing there, so we're going to the other side. This is good. Now you got the diamond. Rasmus tried the zone 18 run. Now Dorgu's trying it. Ugarte doing a great job keeping the ball. Here we go. Here we go. Eriksson, Garnacho, overlap coming by Amos, and Garnacho made a horrible touch. You can't take the steam out of the engine like that, man. It's not. There wasn't even pressure to make that touch. What are you confused about? That touch was horrible. I'm at 4 minutes and 10 seconds, Sean. 12, 13, 4 minutes and 14, 4 minutes and 15. That's where I'm at. Four minutes and 32. 10 seconds more than whatever it says on the clock. 10 seconds more than whatever it says on the clock on the screen. It's probably a 40-second lag on YouTube side, guys. Like I'm probably, yeah, you guys are all probably ahead of when you see me say the thing. I mean, there is the only thing I can suggest is if you want to watch it exactly the same time as I'm watching it, you can pause your feed, your game, your actual game, if you can. I don't know how it works in the countries you're from. Hold on. So I probably shouldn't give you guys a play-by-play then, because you're not. If you want me to explain exactly what's happening when it's happening, or at least what I'm thinking, then you're probably better off if you pause your feed for those 40 seconds and then unpause, and then we'll all be on the same time. How do I feel about the starting lineup? I think he had to do it because he wanted to rest some people, and I think that some people are still being auditioned for next season. No more. Like Rasmus. This is still an audition for Rasmus. This is still an audition for Garnacho. Maybe not as much for Menu, but I think it is. For Harry Amos, for sure it's an audition. Are we keeping Harry Amos? Are we sending him out on loan? Are we selling him? These are the kind of minutes where Harry Amos shows the manager and the Wilcox and all of them what they're going to do with him next year. So, and I think that's what the rest of the rest of the season should be about. Fredrickson, there we go. His number's 55. I already like this kid. My favorite number is 5. He's got 2 5s. Oh, Rasmus. See, this is the thing about Rasmus. Like, well, for those of you who are watching it at the same time as I am, he had a chance to settle that ball. He didn't even fight for it. Thank you guys for the guys who paused the game and are watching it at the same time as I am now, so that what I'm saying makes sense. I think this is an audition for Onana too, by the way. That's why Bayandir isn't starting. Even though he's rotating, he's not rotating Onana because he still needs to find out what he has there and if we're keeping him or not. Nice run. Bad ball. And that's the foot race I was telling you guys about. The long ball foot race. It's not a long ball like, I don't know, championship teams launch long balls. It's not a punt into a crowd. Okay, this is going to be tough right here. Yeah. In those situations where we get pressed, then Rasmus has to show for an actual long ball that he can settle down or knock down. Rasmus needs sunglasses. Yep, I know exactly what you're saying. No. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. He kind of just went down. Cunha is good, though. He felt the touch. He went down. He forced the ref to have to make a decision. Like Cass did last game when we got that penalty. Do I think we can win this game? Yes, of course I think we can win this game, but I hope everyone understands that winning the game isn't the end-all be-all. We need to see if these players can move in the ways Amorim wants them to move, and if the ball can go where Amorim wants it to go. And if we can stop making stupid mistakes. If we lose the game without making stupid mistakes, that's good enough for me for now. For now. Because there's a lot of young players out on the field right now, and Bruno Fernandes not playing. Our whole defensive line are either young or people who shouldn't be. Like, I don't think Mazraoui should be playing as a center back. I don't think Mazraoui should be in the squad anymore, to be honest with you. Once we hired Ruben Amorim, Mazraoui stops fitting. Mazraoui is a fullback. He's not a wing back, and he's not a center back. He's a fullback. He can do a job at center back, which is what he's proving. He's highly technically gifted, but I'd rather have a real center back and sell Mazraoui. If you guys are curious how a center back in a Ruben Amorim system should play, watch Inter play in the Champions League. Those center backs would fit Ruben's system. I wish they would stop trying to build from the back. Like completely? 100% Onana must leave, not biased. I agree with you. I just don't know if we have the money. We got to win we got to get in the Champions League. We got to win the Europa League. We have to win the Europa League so that we're not sitting here going, I don't know if we have the money. If we win the Europa League, we have enough money. As long as they, use their line of credit and everything, they know they have money coming. Ooh, this is not good. All right. Menu. Good carrying there. See, Menu doesn't make the mistakes Garnacho does, so that's why I like Menu. I just, have a problem with Menu's sense of danger. That's it. Other than that, I like everything Menu does. So as long as Menu's going to play as a 10 or more forward, not as an 8, I'm okay with him. Defensively, I don't trust him. Cunha against 2. Gets a corner out of it. Did he get a corner? No, he didn't. Came back on him. I wish they stopped building from the back. 3-4-3 times 3-4-3. Vitor Pereira in Porto and in Brazil, he played 4-3. He played in 4-3-3. Most of our losses have come from individual. Yes, that's 100% right. That's what people don't recognize enough of. Oh, Garna. Foot race, guys. It comes down to a foot. There's going to be a lot of foot races in this style. That's why he wants physical players. Most of our losses have come from individual errors, which was a very, very good comment by Namur. And the thing that drives me crazy about people turning on the manager when no manager could have stopped those errors. No manager was going to make Onana a better goalkeeper. Get the ball out nice. Amos, Garnacho, back to Amos. Is that Fredrickson or Amos? Oh, it's Fredrickson, sorry. Oh, man, Rasmus, you're running into Manu. That's not where you're supposed to get up. So Rasmus's movement on that, 7 seconds ago? Not it. Not right. He could have been the one checking back because Manu was ahead of him. He could have been the one checking back to form that diamond. Instead, he decided to run forward where Manu was already there, and they run into each other. Big up, Pearl. Hi, how are you? There you go. There's the foot race. Cheeto surely coming on, right? Yeah, for sure, Juan. One injury to Rasmus and we're screwed. Exactly, that too. But Rasmus does need to get some reps in. He needs to get his movement better, and he needs playing time to do that. So I'm sure there are things he's working on and the management team are working on with him. Hold on one second. I want to see if this trap works. Yeah. Get them to kick it. Now we need to get the ball back. Nah. Nice job, Ugarte. He does that really well. I'm a big critic of Ugarte, but he's very good out of possession. We got to bait Wolves to come out a little bit. Their back line has to come out a little bit to open up those zones. They're starting to come out right now. But where is help? That's not good. You know, right there, like Mainu challenged for that duel much better than Rasmus does. Rasmus is a big boy. He needs to... Hold on. Harry, Garnacho, Mainu forming a little triangle, and now we got Ugarte. Back in there. There's Garnacho. What's he going to do? Not a bad cross, to be fair. The arrows, dude. I don't like those arrows. I can see the... Wait, where? I gotta stop that. I can't have you guys be able to see the game on a reflection. Where? Back there? But you can't actually tell, like, what's going on the screen, right? Because I don't want YouTube to give me a copyright strike for, like... You can barely see the reflection, or you can actually see the game. You know, Wolves are bad. Wolves are definitely... Cunha is the only player I'd take from Wolves. I don't want Ait Nouri. I don't want Joao Gomez. Would they be an upgrade on what we have? Yeah, they would, but they're still not like great quality players. And we're trying to compete with the top 5 teams in the league. Cunha is the only player in there that can get in a top 5 team in the league, in my opinion. You can tell what's going on in on that screen behind me. How do I change that? This sucks. All right, hold on. I can't have that happening, so I don't want YouTube to get all crazy with me. So give me a second. I'm gonna have to take down some of those posters. Which poster? The middle one, the owl, which is on that side, or the tree right behind me, or the middle one? Oh, you can't tell what's going on. Okay, never mind. You're freaking me out, man. Cunha won't leave unless they get relegated. Dude, he's got a buyout. He's got a buyout clause, and Cunha's leaving. I don't know if you saw those social media posts. Cunha's not staying. In my opinion, Cunha's not staying. Cunha's leaving. He's been there long enough anyway. It's time. And we definitely need Acuna. Do you know why we need Acuna? Because we need to buy players that can play multiple positions. That's a guy you can play as a lone striker up front or as an inside 10. There's not that many of those. And he would do a good job at either or. You're still going to get a striker, don't get me wrong. Like a Delap, maybe. Or an Osimhen, maybe. But When Delap or Osimhen need a rest, Cunha can play as the 9 up front. Ooh. Fredrickson. If I sit in front of the middle one. Oh, I gotta move this way. Better. I'll do something about it at halftime. Dude, I wanted Cherky too until I saw what he did to the Old Trafford crowd. That was very disrespectful, and I don't want him anymore. What are you doing, Rasmus? Thank you, Cyberbully. Yeah, the only thing I plan on changing every once in a while are the photos in the frames. Those posters. The photos in the frames. It used to be Yoro, Delict, and Mazraoui. Now it's something I designed with AI, with an owl on a tree. Which I like. I like that design a lot. I like the green. But yeah, only things like that. I wouldn't change anything else. Nice little diamond forming on that side again. That side happens to be the side we're at least getting into shape. This other side we haven't done anything out of. There's your diamond. Now what? They're just not finding anything. They need to switch to this side quickly and try something else. Switch quickly. Like, it's too late. Like, this whole jogging and thing I hate about our team. This whole, like, taking 3 touches before making a pass, and then the whole defense has shifted over with the ball. That's the one thing I don't like about our team. It needs to be 1 touch, then a pass, and just get it over to the other side. Yeah, Turkey was talking a lot of trash. And what did he do after? I think after the goal he scored. I don't remember exactly when anymore, but after the goal he scored, he grabbed his private parts and just kept shaking them at the Old Trafford crowd. And I'm not even exaggerating. And he did it for a while. Like you know, like a little bit like what Atletico Madrid's manager did years ago that was all over the news and social media. There's Lindelof. All right. He's doing a pretty good job, actually. He did a pretty good job of escorting him outside. And he got the foul. Did a good job there. But I don't even know who that is off the Strand Larson. He's not that good. I don't even know who he is. So I would hope Lindelof can handle this kind of talent. Young Fofana from Lyon, I'm guessing. That's who you're talking about, Gan? Fofana was okay, but he reminded me too much of like what we have already in what's his name? In Garnacho. Just take the ball, run at someone. He made better passes, though. Fofana did look to pass, which is something Garnacho needs to learn how to do better. But Fofana still is very, very, very far away from being a top class player. But yes, he was impressive. Okay. We're forming something over there on that side again. But we're trapped again. And see, it's not moving fast enough. The ball's not moving fast enough. This is all... Okay, we're resetting right now. And Menu decided to come all the way back here to help. Back up to that side. Ball's not moving fast enough. And then we get it stripped. This is not going well. This is not going well. It's becoming one dimensional. Great run from Garna. Manu needs to run out to zone 16, and he's not. He's just jogging. That wasn't great movement. Now he's going to give it to zone 16 to Harry, which is... We could have got there earlier. We could have got there earlier if Manu had made that diagonal run to zone 16 while Garna was like 10 yards behind him. This is annoying. I'm going to have to cover that middle poster at halftime. A washed up Lacazette gave us trouble. Embarrassing. Yeah, we have a lot of changes that need to be done this summer. A lot. And of course, a real preseason, a real one. I don't want any of our players to get called up for any... Are there a lot of national team games this summer? There should be, right? Because isn't like World Cup qualifying still going on? We are stuttering right now is correct. And that's one of our biggest issues. In this league, you have to move the ball faster than almost any other league. Or you have to be super highly technical with it, which is the way Man City and Pep Guardiola try to win. But even they move the ball faster than we do. We don't move the ball fast enough. I was watching Fredrickson there to see if he was what he's got on the ball running forward. Ugarte gets a yellow card. That's good. Andre, I haven't even noticed all game today. So, yeah, I don't know if he's quite got the physicality or speed to play in this league, or speed of thought even. And he's actually a very highly technical player. I like the player. I wanted the player. But he's probably going to be much better in La Liga than he would be in this league. Man United fans have become used to mediocre players. When they see an average player, they think they're elite. Garnacho is allergic to passing, maybe. Oh, look at this ball to Rasmus, who didn't put a foot on it and settle it when he could have. And he slowed down his run and kept watching the ball. He does that so much, guys. Like, if you pay attention to Rasmus, he'll either watch the ball when he should be trying to, like, get in position to trap it on before it bounces, or he'll watch the defender when the ball's about to land. It's like, bro, you should have looked at the defender like 3 seconds ago and known where he was. After the World Cup, the club is more important. I agree. Besides, I don't even think we have any players that play for a national team that has a chance to win the World Cup. Not that I can think of. Sorry, English fans, England fans, if you're out here and you just heard me say that. I think England has the best chance out of all the nationalities we have in our squad. Fredrickson has actually not been bad. So I agree with Axel Freak. Sean, I don't know how long you've been watching, but yeah, I'm saying we're not moving the ball fast enough. We keep trying the same thing up the same side. Yeah, this is not good football. That was for Shant, not Sean. Sean, nice ball from Dorgu. He hasn't been bad on the right side today. Garna's Argentinian. Hey, that's correct. I don't think Argentina will win it again. That's a good shout, though. Argentina, huh? Okay. Ooh, man, that takes guts. Amas just showed me he has some guts on him. Okay, Garna's coming in and check back to take the ball. Okay. Nice pass. Garna needs to get away from him. This is bad. This is the part that's bad. They need more drilling as to what's supposed to happen over there. And now the ball takes forever to switch sides. This is good. Mazraoui, individual brilliance. Not exactly the way I want us to get opportunities, but we'll take it right now because we've been playing like crap. Cunha does look great, man. Yeah, I don't. Again, Axel Freak probably wasn't with us earlier, but I said Cunha would be the best signing we could make this summer earlier. This Wolves is so bad. Rasmussen Garna must step up. That's what I'm saying. This is a audition for these kind of players. Man, I can see the game in the reflection now. Even I see it. Decent from Eriksson. Not great, though. It was really close to the middle. For those of you who are late, that counter that says what minute I'm on is 10 seconds behind where I actually am. Like right now, it's 33:20, 33:21, not 33:13. I'm 10 seconds more ahead than whatever the screen is saying in the game. I started the counter 10 seconds late, and I don't know how to like punch in a number. I don't know what I'm doing. So, welcome to the show. I did get obsessed with reflections, dude. I don't want YouTube to be like, oh, you broadcast the game live. Same BS, same side, doing nothing. Once we build that diamond or triangle, depending on how many players are. Oh, nice ball. What are you going to do? Nice. I like all of this. Even if it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter. It's something different, and it's exactly what he would want. He'd want that diagonal run. He'd want that ball, and then he'd want one-touch passing afterwards. Okay, here we go. Same bullshit. Sorry for cursing. We got the foul, though. Now, why do we get the foul there? Is because of Mainu's movement. It wasn't the same static triangle, if you will. Mainu passing move was better. That move to drag some players out, and then Mainu's pass to Garnacho was much better than before. Before, they were just standing there static, doing nothing. Good interplay, exactly. That when Rasmus made that diagonal run and that ball came to him, I gotta see. I think maybe he's meant to say I gotta say. I don't like Cheeto coming on in the 80th. What is he supposed to do in 10 minutes? I don't think Cheeto will be on in the 80th, dude. My prediction is he'll be on. Well, look, if we look like we're gonna win the game, then you're right. He's coming on in the 80th. But if it looks like this and it's 0-0, I think Cheeto will be on by the 65th minute. I think he'll get 25 minutes. If it's 0-0. Honest score predictions. The way both teams are playing could be 0-0, man. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's 1-0, one team or another. And it looks like us so far. Because Wolves have looked like trash, really. Other than Cunha, I haven't really seen anybody threaten. Their number 9 is bad. Worse than ours. Axel Freak thinks Rasmus is playing good and will score today. I hope so. I hope so. We need him to hit form before the Bilbao games. We need Rasmus to hit his, Look, man, I remember when Rasmus had some good games for us last season. We need him in that form before the Bilbao games. Cheeto on in 60 minutes, in the 60th minute. Agree, hope Cheeto gets a real shot. Yep. 1-0 either way. Yep, that's exactly what I thought too. 1-0 United. I hope so. That's what it looks like. Dorgu's starting to get frustrated. I need to pay attention. Not you. You might be right. I just haven't seen it. Oh, yeah. He just dove in. For all of our sake, we need Rasmus to get some shots on goal. Yes, exactly, 100%. We need Rasmus. We need him to start performing. And to be honest with you, I want to see Mason Mount play 30 minutes today. And I think he should be coming on for Garnacho, in my opinion. I want to see what happens if you put Manu and Mount together for 30 minutes. Two guys who make better decisions than Garnacho. We do give up speed, though, doing that. Oh, Joao Gomez running at our team. Passes it to their number 9, who I don't like, so he gives the ball away. Good job. Ugarte, I think? Yeah, Ugarte getting the ball out wide, because the pass into Ugarte was the wrong pass. I didn't catch who did it, but whoever passed it back into the center of the field when all the Wolves players were around that area was not smart. Let's see if we can get out from the back the way we're trying to do it right now. This is what I'm talking about. There's going to be space open in front of the striker when the other team commits but doesn't commit their center backs. And our striker needs to find a way to be available in that space without falling. And he falls a lot. A lot. Was that Fredrickson with the aerial duel? Good for him. Garna. Nice pass. Keep running. Nice. Now check back because you got nothing anymore. Fredrickson is actually not bad. He's doing a good job using his body. He's doing all the right things, really. Just fundamentally sound. Like, nothing special, nothing crazy, but very fundamentally sound. I like this kid so far. Good run to zone 18. Rasmus, dude, don't mess this up. Pass it again. Pass it again. Garna, man. I like that he got fouled, but move the ball. Okay, I think Rasmus' good games were off the bench. Actually, true. Very true. True, Juan, but he has the potential, and there are glimpses of him being good. That's true also. Sean says, Menu, Ugarte demonstrating more zingers out wide today. It's okay, but doesn't convince me he has the range for those passes. True, yeah. Hey, it doesn't convince me either that he has range for passes. I agree. Oh, Menu wasn't aware of the danger. Yeah, I missed it. I must have been reading, but that is something Menu does. Ugarte is such a rock in the midfield for us, but he lacks offensive capabilities. Correct. All right, let's see a good cross here. I was really hoping, I don't even know where he is, but I was really hoping it would drop for Fredrickson. I'd love for that kid to score a goal. I don't even know if he was in the box. Oh, Ugarte. Ugarte is such a rock. Yep. United today built 4 defenses, alternating 3. I'll look out for that, Ricardo. We got so many free kicks. Yeah, we do get so many free kicks. It's usually because of Garnacho, he's got his good qualities. I just wish his decision making was better. Onana trying to pass to Ruben Amorim there. Ugarte dominating the midfield. We're really seeing the physicality of Dorgu, though. Yep, he is bodying 8 no rate, that's for sure. Dorgu's not a bad buy. Dorgu needs to not be so darn nervous. We ended up getting the ball in a really good spot. Menu, man. Pass it back. There you go. Nice shot. Nice shot. Good shot. Good play. Good diagonal runs from both Menu and Garnacho, actually taking each other's spots. It just happened a little slow. They just kind of are not confident with it, with the movement, because that pass from Garnacho might have come one touch earlier, would have been better, but the pass from Menu to Garnacho initially should have also been one touch earlier. Like, it's just a little behind, and that's why I think we need a preseason. Those plays need to be cultivated to the point where you can do it with your eyes closed. Shiva is right. He says it looks like there's no brain today that can make the engine move towards the right path, and that is 100% correct, and that's what happens when Bruno Fernandes is not playing. He's the brain, and he's the guy who tells everyone when they're a little late, when they're not in the right positions. He's the guy who orchestrates the team, which everybody else says, oh, I'm sick of seeing Bruno complain all the time, or blah, blah. Well, I'd much rather have someone doing that than no one doing that. We're finally down this side of the field, and at least on this side of the field, they move the ball to the other side quicker. Look at the passes are much faster when we're on this side of the field. Don't get me wrong, I don't like what just happened, but you can tell they were trying to move the ball faster. Amos is good, dude. I like that touch, that dummy to the outside and then the touch back to the middle. Amos isn't bad. He's got potential. Fredrickson isn't bad. He's got potential. These kids need playing time. Not because I may or may not... Rasmus, come on, man. Hunt. Not because I may or may not want to use them. I think I think what I'm trying to make people understand when I make these videos and I say things like it's okay to sell Garnacho, it's okay to sell whatever, and these kids need minutes, is because we have a lot of talent in the academy. These kids need minutes, like Amos is getting minutes right now, like Fredrickson's getting minutes right now, so that other teams can see what we have and could put a value on them. Even if we're never going to use Fredrickson long term, he gets these minutes. He shows that he's actually a good player. He's not a bad player, but maybe he's not world class, but he's good enough to play for Everton, and Everton would pay us $10 million to buy him. We need to put these people out on the field, see if they're good enough for us or what they're worth on the market. Make sense? I like Amat. Can Amorim cultivate that into... What are we talking about? No quality in the box, great passing until final third. Does everyone think Dorgu is ready to be our starter or maybe a backup to someone more experienced? Dude, we're not going to buy anybody else who's going to come in and start over Dorgu. We bought Dorgu. We bought Diego Leon. Those are your two. And then you got Harry Amos. And then you got Luke Shaw, maybe, whenever he's fit, to play the left wing back role. So that's four players to play the left wing back role. We're not going to buy anybody else. So, yeah, Dorgu is going to be our starter one, unfortunately. Do I think he's good enough or ready? No, but we got other problems. We have other problems all around the field. And I think Dorgu, after a preseason next season, should be better than what he is right now. Should be better than what he is right now. Okay, time to read more comments. Something good going to happen after 30 seconds in your time. Oh, I missed that when it happened, I guess. Garnacho has no issue passing to Amos on the overlap, and he passes to the low on the overlap. Wonder why he and Dorgu don't have the same wavelength. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Need to watch for that. At any rate, this should demonstrate that Carrington makes quality so that we could make profit and they could play elsewhere. Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. I think Dorgu needs to start, but I don't want him to. He is young and needs an experienced player to nurture him. In our situation, he plays every game, though. Correct. Fredrickson could play in Italy so easily. Probably. Maybe even Germany, really. Manu not aware of the danger. Comment was regarding the pass to Ugarte at the top of the box when Ugarte had to pass it. Oh, yeah. So it was Manu that hit that pass that I was talking about that shouldn't have been hit, basically. It shouldn't have come back to the center of the field when Ugarte was surrounded by their players. Exactly. Like he's playing a tricky rondo game in the middle of an actual match. Who would have been there in your starting 11 today from the academy? What a good question, man. I really wanted to see Amir. We signed this kid. I've watched him play for the under-21s and the under-18s. I would like to have seen Amir for like 10 minutes at the end, not starting. I know you asked for starters, not starting. You asked for starters, though, so I'm trying to think. For starters, probably if we didn't have to help Rasmus find his form, I would want to see Cheeto. If Heaven wasn't injured, I'd like to see Heaven some more because I really like what Heaven has shown me in the little bit that he's played. Starting, no, but I want to see Matanto for a couple of minutes. I want to see what he's all about. I want to see if he's got what it takes. I watched a couple of under-18 games, and I've been super impressed by Victor Moses, if you guys know who that is. That kid scores a lot of goals in the under-18s. I don't know if he's ready to make the jump to the big boys, but I don't know. I'd like to see Victor Moses get a couple of minutes. I would have started Cheeto, give him time to do something. Yeah, exactly. But we do need to help Rasmus find his form. Enjoy Easter and owls and that. Thank you, Bath Time. Your timer's still running if you can. Oh, good. Thank you for letting me know. Actually, let's just let it run, but then I'll restart it again when the second half starts. Bro, stop the watch. Okay, fine. I'll stop the watch now. Stop, reset. And we'll reset it for the second half. It'll start from 0, dude. Like, I'm not going to, because I let the watch run for too long. So when the second half kicks off, it'll start from 0 again. And it already said second. So we were watching the first half and it said second next to my clock. And none of you guys told me that's what it said. Garnacho is the worst performance. Unfortunately, I have to agree, but I don't want to say anything negative right now. It's not that bad. He's been worse, dude. He's been worse. But it's not good. I miss Fernandes, of course. Sekou Kone should get time as well. That's the one. Namur called it. That's the one other player I would have liked to see in this game for like 20 minutes. I would have really liked to see Sekou Kone. I think I got to watch what I say here, but I've only seen a little bit of him, and he reminds me of Camavinga, which isn't like, it's not, how do I put this? It's a good, dependable midfielder. It's not someone that's going to light the world on fire, but we need someone like that next to Ugarte, who's got legs, who can carry the ball, who can pass the ball. He's very good at, he's decent at everything a midfielder should be good. He's not great at any of these things, but he's decent at everything a midfielder should be. That's what I've seen so far in like the 1 or maybe 2 under 21 games that I've watched him play in. Game still going in Semeex time. Obi should enter on the beginning of the second half. No, that's not going to. I don't know. Maybe, but I don't think that's going to happen. Bruno and Obi and Garnacho and Rasmus out at halftime. I honestly don't want Bruno to play at all. If we can win this game 1-0 without Bruno, that'd be great. The guy never gets a rest. I would love for him to just not play today. Disagree, Garnacho wasn't that bad. He wasn't bad, but he's got a lot of those moments where you just feel like, do you know what's around you? Like, are you scanning or just running with the ball? You said they need to be able to do these plays with their eyes closed. Can Amorim make it happen in 2 months? We need smart footballers. Both of those things are true. Amorim can make it better in 2 months, maybe not make it happen in 2 months with these footballers, but he could definitely make it better. It'll be better, that's for sure. If we get smart footballers, it'll happen faster and it'll happen better even. That was weird to say. Wally, the Arab. Yo, Meeks, these kids are playing really well. Hey. Wow, what a number of potential we have on our hands. Rasmus needs a mentor. I always criticize, I'm guessing, him, but no doubt I think he needs experience ahead of him. These kids are playing really well. If you were here, 10, 15 minutes ago, we were all talking about how the kids' potential isn't just for us, and that's how we should think about it. It's not, oh, look how good Fredrickson is, the potential he has to play for us. How about, hey, look how good Fredrickson is, the potential he has to help us raise money to get the right player in, is where I come from at it. Now, if he's great, then he should stay. We have so many academy players, there's no bloody way we can keep all of them, okay? We cannot keep all of them. It's so many, and we're going to be buying even more, which is great. I love this. But we do have to show that they're worth something. The ones that are top class, the ones that have the most potential, they get to stay and play for our team. The ones that are so-so, those are the ones that maybe can get a 10 million bid from a Everton or a Southampton or a, Crystal Palace even. Doesn't matter. From these mid to low level teams that can pay 10 million for a player who they've seen play in the Premier League and show that he's at least worth that. Fredrickson solid. Amos cheeky, correct. Not Modric, but still good. You're talking about Camavinga, I'm guessing. In my opinion, Mountain Shaw shouldn't play this game to avoid injury in a game that's not important to us. Oh, that's actually good. Yeah, maybe Mount shouldn't play. But he also needs games before the Athletic Bilbao game. I'll probably mess that name up in the future, and everybody will go, Semeex doesn't even know who we're playing against. Because I was about to say something else. Fredrickson, Rasmussen has been worse than Garna. Garna has at least had some good runs in the midfield. I think Bruno has Wolverine regen or something. He never misses games. Yeah, for sure. Rasmus has done some good runs. Yeah. United playing different today. Garnacho free roaming the pitch. Mainu too. Am I right? I think our 10s have always had freedom. We just don't notice it because Garnacho hogs the left side too much, which is why I think Ruben switched him to the right side for a couple games. And I thought he did fantastic on the right side, so I thought he would live there. And then he switched him back to the left now. I don't understand why. But yes, you're right in that I'm seeing Garna all over the pitch, and I'm seeing Mainu come back and help also. So yes, you're right. I thought he would give Mainu the Bruno Fernandes role where he gets free roam, but I'm starting to see Garna do it too a couple of times. But I saw Mainu do it a little bit more than Garna. But you're right. Nice catch. Amorim has kind of dealt with two of the massive issues being fitness and the distances between the lines since he's got there. Tactical periodization takes a fair bit longer. What does periodization mean, dude? But I think I understand what you're trying to say. I just don't know what that means. I've never heard that word before. I've watched Rasmus last 40 games. He has improved, but not by a lot. For sure. That's exactly how I feel. He's definitely improved in his hold-up play, but not by like leaps and bounds. For sure. If Chelsea can scam Arsenal 70 million for Havertz, we can scam too, I believe. Dude, we've never scammed anyone. I don't know. If Wilcox does something that's amazing, like if we get 75 million for Garnacho, and I know some of you guys are going to hate me saying that, but if we can get 60 million for Rashford, how about I say that so people don't get mad? The truth is, if we sell any of our players for more than 60 million, I will. That's not Bruno Fernandes. I don't want to sell him. But if we sell any of our players for more than 60 million, it would be like a record for us. A recent record before people start typing in how much we sold Cristiano Ronaldo for and anything else. That's not what I'm saying. I mean a record since after Sir Alex Ferguson retired. Oh wait, didn't we sell Lukaku for 70 million? I think we might have sold Lukaku for 70 million at one point. Team isn't playing the right channel because Garnacho is never in his place. Who would be your first choice left back among Almas and Dorgu? That's tough, man. I need to see more of Almas, so I'm going to say Dorgu because I haven't seen enough of Almas to like put Dorgu in his place. Because of what I saw Dorgu do for Lecce was different than what I'm seeing Dorgu do for us. I haven't seen Almas play as good as I have seen Dorgu play for Lecce. That's the only reason why I'm saying Dorgu for now. But if Almas shows me something for 3 more games, I'll probably change my answer. Oh, well, bro, you forgot we are a mid to low level team right now. Who said I forgot that? What does that mean? And then why the smiley face and the LOL, bro? Sometimes you got to remember I'm reading this thing and I don't know where you're coming from, but the way that reads sounds like you're trying to insult me. You can just say you forgot we are a mid to low level team right now without the LOL, bro, and the smiley face. So if you didn't mean to insult me, at least explain what you're saying. Mainu is left 10 and Garnacho is right 10, but Garnacho has played more on the left channel than in the right channel. It's more Victor Frade. It's a very well-established coaching method that breaks training down into cycles and tactics, hence tactical periodization. Think Mourinho-style training as a heuristic. Bro, I don't even... thought I knew English. Heuristic. I swear to God, I'm going to copy whatever you just said, and I'm going to look it up later after the game, because I have no idea what this means. There's no way to copy? Let me see. Heuristic. I'm going to write that down. Usually I write down notes about the game. This dude, Bath Times, got me writing down English notes like I'm back in college. Thank you, Bath Time, for always being interesting. Heuristic. Oh, okay. Second half's about to kick off. I got to get the timer on. I'll be back. I got to figure this out first. Kick the ball already. Come on. Got it. Now I'm right on time. Better. Dude, I'm getting good at this. Any changes? Guys, I have the volume down so I don't hear the announcers and the commentators. Have there been any changes? Somebody let me know if there's been any changes. I need 1 second. I need 1 second. I'll be right back. Need to take my allergy spray. Garnacho out wide, one-on-one. Going to the end line, I like that. Why don't we do that more in the first half? Going to the end line and the cutback cross is something we need to be doing like all the time. Bath Time just told you guys to hit the like button, man. I think you better do what he says. Garno one-on-one again. There's Amos. I like the little feints he does. What was that? Erickson just... I don't even know what that was. There was no height on that ball. We did come out a little bit better right now. We are coming out this half. You could just tell there's a little bit more behind it. Amorim must have gave a really motivational speech, maybe got into them a little bit and said he wants to see more, because you're starting to see a little bit more behind it. But right now it just started to slow down. Right when I say that, they start slowing down again. 2 players running to the same zone. That's a foul. That's the foot race if they start to overcommit. So whenever one of their fullbacks, or both their fullbacks, overcommits, we hit a long one and make it a foot race. Keep that in mind when the summer comes and we start looking at players. Speed is very valuable to Amorim, especially out wide. Not trying to insult you. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Melchizedek. I said that because you mentioned we have to sell some of our academy players to mid to low level teams. Oh. Okay, good point. Good point. Yes, but we're not supposed to be a mid to low level team. The reason we're a mid to low level team because we have mid to low level players, and we need to start getting those players out to actual mid to low level teams, and we need to start getting high level team players into our squad. But I see your point. That is actually funny. Cutback cross won't work with Hoyland. It doesn't need to be cut back to Hoyland. Hoyland is supposed to run to the near post when that happens. The striker is supposed to run to the near post, and the center, like last week against Leon, like 3 days ago, against Leon, our first goal was a cutback pass, and it was Ugarte who scored it. So it doesn't need to be Hoyland's supposed to run to the near post when that setup happens, to drag defenders away from the penalty spot so that the midfielders can run into the penalty spot with no one there. Nice pass to Garnacho in that zone. He didn't touch it. That was unlucky, though. That's not on him. That's just unlucky. Nice pass, though. That's the setup for when they play aggressive like this. So whenever an opposing team... Ooh, shit. Oh, this is not good. Yep, this is not good. Oh, horrible cross by their really bad number 9. This guy's not good. I literally just watched him play. I think for the first time, I'm watching him play right now. I'm telling you, he's not good. Either that or he's super nervous. Maybe he is good, but today he's not good. That was bad from us. You see how much space Rasmus has right there where he is right now? That's the kind of space he has during those times when they press up against us, but their center back won't commit because the center back doesn't want to get rolled and beat in a foot race. And Rasmus has to be better holding up the ball in that space. We're doing good right now, hunting, but Eriksen's so late. Ugarte good, Dorgu good. Oh, we didn't get it. Now we're up against it. Nice. Oh, lucky. See, last play was unlucky. This one was lucky touch. Dude. Oh, my God. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Like, you get the ball out of that situation, and then you take one touch too many, and then you go, oh, I'm in trouble. I should pass. It's too late now. You should pass before you get in trouble. I think we need to make some substitutions by the 60th minute. I think we need to bring in some fresh legs. Like Ugarte is jogging, although I don't think he's going to take... He usually takes Ugarte out first or second. Although in this game, I don't think Ugarte is going to come out first or second. Nice. Hold it up. Hold it. Nice job, dude. Okay, don't do stupid things. Cross the ball. Dorgu was wide open. And Rasmus just turned into Garnacho for 5 seconds. Like, what the hell just happened, man? Dorgu was wide open before you got to the box. We do this shit. Oh, I don't want to curse. I don't know. I'm pissed and I want to express myself, but I also want to be like cognizant that there's people watching and I'm on YouTube, but I really want to say a lot of nasty things. We can't do that. And when that situation happens, you can't blame the manager. We get situations like that. Like if we lose this game today, and we've let situations like this happen twice or 3 times so far, you can't sit and go, Amorim's not the right manager for us. Because it's like, what do you want him to do? You want him to go out there and pass the ball himself? Because it's not going to happen. Hoyland got Garnacho'd. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Good skill, but bad decision in the end by Raz. Yes. Oh, Hoyland. Gyökeres went straight to goal. I don't know what Gyökeres would have done, but I would think that if he knew he wasn't going to get straight to goal... Oh, thank God. Yeah, I don't know what Gyökeres would have done, but I think that if he knew he wasn't going to get straight to the goal, he would have crossed it or gave it to Dorgu, who was wide open. Wide open. Terrible by Raz. Yep, terrible. We got two people chasing the same guy. Don't break Cunha, dude. We're buying him. Oh, guys. Sup, Mitesh? Dude, why didn't you pass? What were you doing? You're failing the audition is what you're doing, bro. I wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning to watch, and you do that. Actually woke up at 5 a.m. to watch a 6 a.m. game. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Cunha right now. Explain. Cyberbully, explain what that means. In what way? Mr. Stark, I don't feel so... Why? Because of the glasses? I wish I had Mr. Stark's money, I'll tell you that. I'd still go live, but I'd be watching on a bigger screen in 3D, and I wouldn't care if I broadcast. They could sue me. I'd just pay them off. Oh. Having both Rasmus and Garnacho in the same lineup over and over again is what's ruining Amorim's records. He's not wrong. AI Tech 14 is not wrong. These guys are such idiots, can't make the simplest decisions. Not wrong again. Mason Mount coming on soon. Kind of hope so. For Garnacho, hopefully. He is invisible and jogging, not asking for the ball. Oh. Cunha? Dude, his whole team's not playing well. Oh, look at this. We're getting serious. We're getting serious right now. This is Amorim sending a statement like, we're here to win today. Kobe? Really? Kobe? Kobe's the one you take out of Garnacho and Kobe? Maybe because Kobe's not allowed to have so many minutes, though, guys. Let me not judge this. So, by the way, Ugarte did come out. He literally took Ugarte out. He always takes Ugarte out. It always takes Ugarte out. Like, I don't... If that's not a sign we need another center midfielder, I don't know what is. I don't know where Toby is, but I have a feeling he's not fit. like he's got a knock or something like that, because we haven't seen Toby in a while. Very low work rate. You're talking about Cunha, I believe, still, but I think I'm going to watch Cunha for like a couple of minutes. I'm going to keep an eye on that. Oh, get up. That was a unfortunate slip. He would have had a lot of space there with the ball. Yeah, I think Manu went off due to, slowly easing him back in. He probably had limited minutes for today. Bruno can win the game alone against the rubbish Wolves. True. Oh, I would like Xerxes to look back. Oh, bad pass. Good one, Amos. Nice job. Dude, pass the ball. Hold it up. Hold it up. Oh. Okay, what else we got? Kobe just came back from injury. Yep. Ugarte good in a single pivot 4-3-3 if the team has two playmakers in front of him. That's actually very true. I would take Ugarte in a 4-3-3. I don't want Ugarte in this setup. No, I don't think it's a minutes thing. I think Amorim loves Garnacho, despite what the majority of fans think about him. I'll tell you what, if we keep him this summer, I'm going to agree with you. I need the proof of keeping him this summer to see if that's true. Because it is possible. I'm saying it's very possible that what you said about Amorim loving Garnacho might be true. That's very I can't argue against that. He gets a lot of minutes. This kid gets a lot of minutes. But if we keep him this summer, then I'll believe it 100%. Right now, I'm 50-50 on that. Bruno out to Garnacho. Nice one touch. Get in there. Oh. Oh, inches. Inches. Collier should be replacing Ugarte. Yes. Kobe just came back from it. Yeah. Garnacho, the only one good in transitions right now. Amorim wants to cover all the game aspects. I think Cyberbully hit the nail on the head there. That's actually kind of my philosophy, is that Garnacho's getting a lot of minutes because he's the only one who's really good in transitional play for our counterattacks. But if Amorim doesn't, if they don't sell him this summer, then I'll think there's more behind it than just that maybe he does really, really like the kid. Sell Hoyland now. He's never talked about Garnacho the way he talks about Mount and Bruno. That's true. We're going to find out in the summer. It's, 2 months away. In 2 months, by mid-July, we're going to, well, not even. By early July, we'll know. Cheeto in right now. Hoyland, hold it up. Fight. I do kind of want to see Cheeto now, though. Like, it's time. I need to see Cheeto. Mount. Nice ball. See, early decisions. He doesn't wait to get in trouble. I like Mount. Decisions come early. What is that crap cross, dude? Why can't Delo cross the ball? Can someone tell me why Delo can't cross the ball? It's been months. It's been months with this coach who loves crosses, and you're not working on your crosses. Like, when are they going to get better? And it's off your strong foot. You're not playing on the left anymore. You're playing on the right now. That was almost a really good pass from Bruno. Lindelof did a good job there. We're definitely dominating more now that Bruno's in. Like, you could see him orchestrating everything. Look, you could just, right there, he's telling Fredrickson where to pass. Oh, Delo. Not sure is not watching the game, guys. Happy Easter, not sure, but please don't ruin the experience for everybody. I feel Rasmus didn't read the situation fast enough. That's definitely correct on that one play. He was late to the party. Bruno makes a difference. Yeah. Sell Garnacho and Hoyland. We're going to find out. I'm not against it. Cheeto soon for Rasmus, please. Yes. Please. I would like to see that. But I also understand, like, Amorim giving Rasmus a lot of minutes for him to find his form. Like, I also get that. Like, I get that a coach is going to go, this guy needs to find his form because I'm going to need him against Bilbao. Like, he needs to stay in and needs to keep fighting to find his form. I get that too, but I'm kind of 67 minutes already. It's enough. Like, let's see Cheeto for 20. Let's put Cheeto in the next 3 minutes. Let's see him for 20. Kane is just 2 games away from breaking his curse. Oh, I don't really care about Harry Kane, guys. I mean, who can't win a trophy with Bayern Munich? I know he didn't win one last season, but that's because Leverkusen just killed last season. They were cooking like crazy last season, but he was eventually going to win a trophy with Bayern Munich, so I'm not that impressed. Ooh, wait. That's not good. Did he go down without a touch or with a touch? Did someone hit him and then he went down, or he went down just running on his own? Oh, he's fine. He's fine. Is it too early to say? Again, Rasmus, how did the defender anticipate the pass and Rasmus doesn't even come back or anywhere near to the defender's position? I prefer Crapmus. Cheeto! Come on, ref. Garnacho not leaving in the summer official. A no contact injury, never good. I don't think he's injured. I think there was a little bit of contact, and then he decided to go to the floor as soon as he figured out he's not going to get to the ball. Cheeto's in. Cheeto's in. Show me something. Man, I gotta cover this damn poster. The season's over if he didn't find his form before. Cheeto in. Come on, young man. This boy needs to show us what he's got. I really want to see it. I know he's good. Like, he's not. He's got a lot to work on. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've seen him play. It happens with kids his age that dominates his, age groups. They become a little, like, they don't have to work as hard to learn movement because they dominate without moving that much because he's so much bigger than all the other kids his age. So he's got a lot to learn, but he's a hell of a ball striker. Mount out wide after a foot race. Are we crossing? No. Delo and Mount. We're finally forming triangles on that side of the field, guys. We didn't do any of that in the first half. Cheeto. Ooh. Decent idea of a cutback. Obi, Cheeto. Well done, Obi. No, he's a big boy. Yeah, he's a big boy. Are we calling him Cheeto or Obi for short? Cheeto or Obi? I guess the Star Wars fan in me wouldn't mind calling him Obi. Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope. Hold up the ball. Nice job, dude. That's already better than Rasmus. That little thing he just did. Is better than Rasmus holding up the ball. For some reason, Rasmus can't clear space with his body like Obi just did. Why is that? I don't know. I don't understand it. Rasmus is not a small guy. But for some reason, he doesn't use his rear end, trunk. He doesn't use his trunk to keep the defender away to clear out space. What are we doing here? Oh. Obi is the name on his back. Good call. Obi-Wan Chidobi. I like that. I really like that. I got to do something with AI and make a poster. Mount. That took a little too long to pass the ball, Mount. Obi holding up for Mount. Oh, nice. Cross it. Come. Oh! Guys, please don't let anyone tell you that Bruno Fernandes is not our best player. The whole game changes when Bruno Fernandes is in. I know some of us are going to sit there and say, Obi changed the game. No, Obi's better than Rasmus. He's doing better than Rasmus. That's for sure. I'm not saying he's not. But Bruno Fernandes changed the game. He's our best player. This guy sucks. Their number 9 is not good. They should buy Rasmus from us for like $50 million. Bruno hard to see him do that. It was a little behind him. We already looked better than when Rasmus was on. Obi looking way better than Rasmus. I agree with you guys. I agree. 100%. But Bruno's our best player. He's the one conducting everything. He's the one getting the ball up the field like that. And it doesn't hurt that he didn't start this game. So he got to sit on the bench, watch what's going on, see what the other team's offering. And it doesn't hurt that he's fresh when a lot of other people out there right now are a little slower and tired. Press. Fredrickson. Ooh, they're trying our zone 18 play. Bring it down. Look how easily he holds up the ball. Why can't Rasmus do that? Even Bruno Fernandes is showing people how to hold up the ball. Cunha, man. I haven't been watching Cyberbully. I don't know. Keep dreaming about what, man? What am I dreaming about? Already looking better. Obi looking way better than Rasmus. Bruno can play for Madrid right now. Yeah, for sure. I think so. Bruno plays for Madrid. If he was in Madrid, he'd be in the starting lineup in the middle. Conducting that team, by the way. Telling Mbappe and Vinicius when to go and when not to go. And actually telling them, like, you know, you're going at the wrong time. Can we scam anyone with Rasmus? I will take 40 million for him. Unfortunately, we owe 50 million on Rasmus. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think we can't sell him unless we get 50 million. Maybe we owe 45 and we need 50 to make sure we can pay off and have a little bit of profit. Something like that. I read something. Does YouTube allow you to do a play-by-play on a live stream? I'm not doing a play-by-play, am I? Like, I'm just talking about like what I'm seeing. I don't know. I won't leave this up after the live stream. I'll take it down. Somebody's ahead of us, and I think someone just gave it away in the chat. God dang it. Yo, for YouTube, I will have to... You need to look at our time and where we are, and you can't be telling us what's happening. If you do that again, I don't know. I have to, like, mute you, dude. I don't mean to do it, but you kind of ruined it for me. Oh, you're at the game? You're actually at the game? Well, now I'm envying you. You're not going to see much of a reaction from me because I already thought it was going to happen because I saw that chat. And I was like, oh, I guess it's going to go in. So, yeah, now not a lot of reaction from me because I already knew it was going to happen, guys. Bro, everyone does live stream reactions. I won't fake it for you, bro. And believe me, like sometimes I watch these guys, these YouTubers, and I could tell it's fake. I won't fake it for you. Sorry, I was watching that play. If you ever see me react in a certain way, you'll know it's coming from the heart and it's true and it's honest. It won't be for the camera. It won't be for more views, more clicks. I don't say things for clicks. I don't make thumbnails for clicks or views. it's kind of, I don't know, it's what I believe in. But believe me, like, I will have some crazy reactions sometimes, not all the time, especially if I knew it was going to happen. I'm kind of, what are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? Are we gonna get that one back? I think we were outplaying them before that happened. And this is something we did a great job with in the Lyon game where we fought back, but I feel like Casemiro and Bruno were the heart and soul of that comeback. And Maguire. Don't take it down. Are you talking about this video? Leave this up? How do you fake a live stream reaction? You ready? Where you open your eyes all wide and you start, and you grab something and you throw it against the thing. And like, look, some of them are really good and they won't do, you know what? I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to name the YouTuber that I saw fake it. Where they overplay it. They overplay it like more than you know they feel, especially when you see them check the camera while they're doing it. Like, when will I ever be that? Hold on, guys. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. When have you ever been mad and grabbed something and threw it, and while you're throwing it, you're looking over here at like a camera or somewhere else? Like, it doesn't make sense. Or when have you ever, like, you know, been so crazy where you lose touch with your emotions, but you're checking like the camera, like looking sideways like this while you're doing it? Like, when Cheeto will get his first goal for United today? Man, I hope so. That would make me happy. Bruno, nice. I thought Bruno was thinking about the long ball. Not right now. This is not the setup for the long ball. This is not. There was no foot race to be had because they're sitting back. That's not when Amorim wants the long ball. By the way, I really love Euro. Lenny Euro for me is an amazing signing. Fredrickson, very mature game today from Fredrickson. I don't think we sell Fredrickson. I think that's a keeper. Look at Obi. What hold-up play, man. That's a million times better than Rasmus. Dude, I'm convinced like Obi gets more playing time next season than Rasmus. Cut it back. There it is. Dude, that's the second time. Oh, no, that's Mount. I thought it was Bruin again. But still, that's this. Boom. There. That's a reaction. That's a real reaction. That's not. None of that was because I was playing for the camera, and it never will be. That should have been a goal. And by the way, that's like trademark Amorim. That's what he wants. The biggest United fan channel literally gets notifications before goals go in and reacts. I'm amused by that comment. But I'm starting to see like how it could be a reality, because we have someone in our chat who's at the game, and he told us that the free kick goes in a full 45 seconds before I saw it. Maybe even a minute before I saw it. And we already know that most of these fan channels have people at the game. Easily could be sending a text message. That's crazy. Yeah, dude, I don't do that. And I would never do that. Talking isn't protected property. Thank you, Be Cool, for talking isn't forbidden. I'm sure you're talking about me, talking about the game. We're building on this side. Erickson, Garnacho. Oh, Garna. We got there, though. Oh! Mount again, man. Great movement, great anticipation. I really like Mount. I know a lot of people don't like Mount because they gave him the number 7, which was the biggest mistake they ever did. Like, they should have never gave him the number 7. It puts way too much pressure on him, and he is no number 7. Like, I don't believe he should have been a number 7. Should have got another number, so he's not Manchester United's number 7. He's a very good player, though. Ooh. Marcus, welcome. It's okay, man. Why don't you tear your shirt? Are you kidding me? This says Semeex. My girlfriend got me this sweater. I'm not tearing that. I don't even know how to show it to you guys. Update the scoreline. Ah, you're right, but I don't want to do it. I'll do it. I don't want to do it. That's heartbreaking. Okay, it's updated. Bruno. Good fast switch. Too long, though. But good fast switch. Like before Bruno was in the game, when we switch from one side to the other, it would take forever. Good fast switch from a little short, but decent idea. I don't mind. Literally happens every game with him. It's so obvious. I think I know what you're talking about. Update the score. I did. Hey, Semeex, forgot you were on. Yeah. Garna, 3 cutbacks equals 3 key passes, 0 shots. I honestly wouldn't mind him taking one of his stupid shots before the end of the game. Nobody else can finish. Why not? No, Ravel, please. We can't all agree that Garna has to stop taking stupid shots and then say, well, because no one else is finishing, go ahead and take the stupid shots. No. What kind of signal does that send to the player if his manager was telling him, yeah, all right, fine, do it right now? Like, if the manager's going, don't do that anymore, you can't have exceptions. You have to be very clear. I understand why you're saying it. Get it down. What are we going to do? Okay, Mount. I'm watching from Dallas on Peacock, and I'm 45 seconds to 1 minute ahead of you. Pause it, Juan, and then play it when you're at the same time as me, because I'm watching on Peacock too, and I'm sure we're both watching it at the same time. It's just YouTube has like a 1 minute lag before you see my reaction or whatever. Get down there and cross. There you go. Oh. Can we come back? Yeah. Meeks, you forgot to change the score on your screen. You're way behind. Really doesn't matter what you show on the screen. Nope, it does not. Wrong score. Not anymore. You guys are behind. So many missed big chances. Not sure. I don't believe you, bro. Come on, baby. I need a mute. Not sure. Oh, I got the score wrong. That's what you mean. Like, damn it. Dude, can I watch the game? There's like 1 minute left. Forget the score. Yes, the score is wrong. We're down by 1. Forget the score. Let me watch this game. Technical difficulties. We're going to lose. Not a great way for some of these youngsters to start their careers, like Fredrickson, like Cheeto, to play in losing games isn't. Yeah, it's not my ideal situation for young players. I'd rather they played in winning games, build up their confidence and things of that nature. Six minutes, not bad. Yeah, I know. I know the score's wrong. Let's get over it. 6 minutes. Shame, really. We shouldn't lose such a game. There, it's fixed. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cunha, what are you doing? Oh, dude, this is not looking good. That's not looking good. That was a good pass from Cunha. Oh, the cup. All right, there's no one there. Hit Cheeto. Oh, I wanted to see him in a foot race, but that's Mazraoui. I'm telling you guys, I'm not really in love with Mazraoui, to be honest. A lot of people when he first came in said, he's great, he's highly technical, whatever. Yeah, he is. He should be in La Liga. That's where he would fit really well. Mount's been great, by the way. He hasn't played that many minutes, but he's been great. He can score 3 goals in 6 minutes. Yeah, no. Shame we really shouldn't lose such a game. Yup. Against the rubbish side, exactly. Cyberbully's 100% correct. Oh, I hate football, says Namur. Sometimes we all hate football. Can we get Cheeto a header on this? Can we at least have something to cheer about? Why? Why? Can we Can we buy someone in the summer who can play as an inside 10 but also is a good free kick taker for these kind of situations? Because I was really hoping he wouldn't take the shot. Even though it was a good spot for a shot, I just was hoping he wouldn't take the shot. Oh, why? Mazraoui wasn't even the first option at Bayern Munich. The league is done anyway. Or dear Bruno, 10th place, 15th place, it's all the same. Yeah, but each place is 3 million. So the difference between 10th and 15th is 15 million. Guys, you got to move a little bit faster. We got this is 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Like, move faster. No, that wasn't going to work. Okay. Oh, Fredrickson. Oh, Moss and Garnacho. This is not good. Fredrickson. Garnacho. I'm not a big believer that he's going to do something nice. That's better. Corner. Okay. Let us have it. Don't blow the whistle. You're going to have to cross. Don't try anything fancy. No passing. Just put it in the box. Where are we going? Why? Why does he think he's... Man, it's over. Why does he do that, dude? Bayern sold Mans for politics. Who cares? I don't care why they sold him. The point is he's not the right fit. Eriksson free kicks were better. They're about the same. Man United biggest problem is scoring goals. We need goal scorer and creator. You're right, it's dumb, but losing this game unforgivable. Hey, Mount can take free kicks. Oh, okay, let's just blow the whistle so I can stop this game and talk to you guys. This goalkeeper's taking forever. Just kick the ball, dude. All right, I got to turn this game off so I don't have to worry about reflections. Okay, so that wasn't great. Another Sunday. It's Easter Sunday, and they just spoiled my Sunday. Will I be able to watch this back after the live ends? Yes, you will. I will not take it down. But this is the fun part anyway, Tech. The game wasn't that great. Wally's erasing messages left and right. What's up, Wally? What's going on, man? What's going on? You just typing things, regretting you typing? What's going on? Sean's crying. Man, I hate Man United. Dude, just 2 or 3 days ago, they gave me euphoria with the way they beat Lyon in the last minutes. And then today, we get this. You're welcome, Tech. You don't have to thank me for it, though, but thank you for being here. Okay, who wants to start things off, man? I could talk a little bit about what I saw. I saw young guys. Listen, I was trying to be political, but I'm just going to tell you exactly what happened. In my opinion, Rasmus and Garnacho are not up for it. In my opinion, I don't know. I don't know if we can sell them or just get upgrades and put them on the bench and help them develop and become better players. And either or I'm okay with, as long as we have enough money to buy Ruben Amorim what he needs. If we don't have enough money to buy Ruben Amorim what he needs, then we probably have to sell them. And that's okay. Anybody want to add something to that or tell me I'm wrong? Type it in. Eriksson is too old. Yes, 100%. Eriksson is also too old. We need someone with Eriksson's passing ability at a younger age. Someone who's got more legs. Someone who can cover more ground and run around far more often. We didn't move the ball around fast enough. That's for sure. Some of our players like to keep the ball for 3 extra touches. Not good. Our movements sometimes are in the right places, but a little slow, a little lackadaisical. And I don't think it's because they're being lazy. I think it's more or less because they're just not trained to move faster and in on beat or in the right tempo. The 2 kids were great. Marcus is coming in with a positive, and the 2 kids were great. The 2 kids I think he's talking about are Fredrickson and Amos. Fredrickson and Amos had good games. They impressed me. After we started so well, we're going to lose 1-0. LOL, we played better without all the changes. What do you mean? What do you mean by all the changes? If you're talking about the squad, what he put Mainu, Garnacho, Rasmus up front so that they can try to create some goals. The young changes he made were Fredrickson and Amos. They did well. Spurs Eriksson would be brilliant for sure. A younger Eriksson would be good. We need to go find a younger Eriksson. I mostly like the defense and Amos, but the forwards, oh my word. Dude, our forwards are bad. They don't create much. They move the ball slow. They got no ideas. Our forwards are bad. How did I miss this watch along? I'm going to be doing another one. The next watch along I do is May 4th. Just if you guys, May 4th, which is Star Wars Day, May 4th will be the next watch along. We need to sort this midfield. Yup. Is moving the ball determined by players, opponents, space, etc.? And what specifically are you referencing when you talk about moving the ball quicker? I mean when they run out of ideas in one side of the field because the whole defense has shifted over to that side of the field. When we're starting to build those triangles and sometimes diamonds on that side of the field up by the opponent's third, we take forever to circulate the ball. That's what I mean when I say move the ball. It's like circulate the ball to the other side. It takes forever. The whole defense shifts with it. There's no point. Nothing happens. There's no gap. You have to exploit gaps by circulating the ball faster. It's the one thing Man City does that I would like to do more of, but every team does that, not just Man City. It's not a Pep Guardiola thing. That's a normal football thing. Nothing available over here because the whole defense has shifted there. You've got to circulate the ball. While you're circulating the ball and the defense is trying to shift back, there will be open gaps. Your job is to exploit that gaps with a one-touch pass or a quick settle with one touch and then a pass with the other touch. We take forever. We look towards the person we're passing to. You basically show the person, your defender, where you're going to go next. The whole defense starts shifting before you even pass the ball. It's too slow, and it needs to be worked on. And it's not what Sporting used to do. It's not what Amorim wants. He doesn't want the ball to move that slow, believe me. We came out in the second half. In the first 5 minutes of the second half, we were moving better, and we were without the changes of Bruno Fernandes and everybody else. With the same players that we had in the first half, the first 5 minutes of the second half, we moved the ball a lot faster, and we were doing better, and then it went right back to the slow movement and the slow passing. Look, the good news is the positions that we're taking are the right ones. The positions we're taking are the right ones. We try to make it to the end line or the goal line and make cutback passes. We did that a handful of times. We did a lot of good things in that way. So the movements are better and everything else, but the play is slow, and that's why we're not getting as many chances as we could generate using his tactics. Where am I? Oh, Amos was amazing today. Man of the match performance. Fredrickson was quite stable and dominant too, especially in the first half. They were both great, man. We were talking about it all game long. Like, that Amos and Fredrickson are impressive. You know, not world beaters, but impressive for where they are in their careers as new kids. Don't hold back. Be honest. We deserve to hear what you feel. I think I just did a little bit, and I think what you need to, you know, the main negative message would be that Garnacho and Rasmus just drive me nuts. They drove me nuts. We need better. And like I said, they could either be sold or sit on the bench. Whatever needs to happen for us to bring in the players that Ruben needs. May the fourth be with you. Yes. And that's why we were also saying that Cheeto Obi, you know, he has the word Obi on the back of his shirt, so he's going to go by the name Obi. I was calling him Cheeto, but I think I'm going to change that to Obi. In also not, I'm pretty sure that's what he wants to be called, but also like in a homage to Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is the first watch along I've ever had, and it was fun, really. The timing of the game is suitable. I usually watch late games outside with friends. For you, suitable. For me, I have to wake up at 5 a.m., man. It's only what time is it? It's only 8 a.m. here. The game kicked off at 6 a.m. It's a little hard, but yeah, it was fun. Was it? I hated that game. It was fun to be with you guys. Let me just stop this counter before I go crazy. Actually, let me like take all this stuff off the screen because I don't want to see any of this stuff. So let's get, where is it? Let's get the score off, the timer off, and that image off. How do I get the word second off? Where is that? There we go. Okay. Where are we? Garnacho was good. I still saw the irritating bits, but he did put in some really good balls. The problem is we have too many kids in this squad. We need to bring in at least 5-6 experienced players. 100% agree. Garnacho was good. If we're going to say Garnacho was good, we're talking about the fact that he took the ball to the goal line a lot of times, and he made the cutback pass a lot of times. He only took one stupid shot, I think, and that was right towards the end there because he was trying to win the game. But yes, it's a big, big improvement on what Garnacho normally does. Still drives me nuts. I don't know how to say it, man. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I need my creative players, Rasmus, Garnacho, really the two main ones I'm pointing at today. I need them to give me more. They're going to need to give me more or we're not going to win games. Correct? Like, am I wrong? They need to give me more. Obviously, I need to probably watch I'm not going to, though. I'm not going to watch this game again. But I probably should watch this game again to really make sure I know what I'm talking about here, but I wish they would give me more. The game wasn't bad. There was 2 or 3 chances where Garnacho and Rasmus decided to be bad. One thing I was personally coached in is that you need to move block, not the ball, and the slower ball can not always help as you entice players out, and the block doesn't move at the same place. Then you need to move the block faster. Bath time. If you watch that game, the defense was shifting way faster than we were getting the ball to the other side, which basically means you're not creating gaps to exploit. So if you can't do it side to side, then you start to pass the ball backwards and shift your team back, and you bait them to follow you. You bait them to think this is a good time to press, but everybody's got to be on the same page. So when you start to bait them and you start seeing that, oh, they're going to start to press now, someone else has to run in the other direction, and then you hit them with the long ball in the counter, or 2 quick passes right to the striker who's going to hold it up, turn, and then send someone through on the counter. That's pretty... When they're set up in a low block, those are your options. Your other option is just to cross balls in and hope that one of your guys gets ahead on it. But let's not talk about that option. Your 2 options, you move the ball and your players side to side until you can find a gap to exploit, which is what Man City do. Or, which is what Sporting used to do really well too, is you start passing backwards line by line and start baiting them to come out of their low block. And then if they think that it's the right time to trigger a press, then you hit them on the counter. You basically make your own counter without a transition. Yeah. Where are we? Too many back passes, and zone 9 was wide open all day, and nobody moved to it. Bath time, the problem with a lot of TP is that they move the ball and don't know how to create imbalances in the opponent's defense. Not many youth got a chance. Amorim is not brave enough. What? See, somebody always... Mitesh, what did you want him to do exactly? Not many youth got a chance. Amorim is not brave enough. He was trying to win the game, but also give youth playing time. I don't know. I didn't have a problem with it. Maybe you're right. I'm not. It's an opinion. There's no fact. Yeah, fine. You could be right. I have to go now. Thank you very much, Semeex. It was really fun. Take care, Cyberbully. Thank you very much for always having my back for a long time now. Thank you. No, Garnacho took a lot of bad decisions before Bruno entered the game. I actually agree with that. I thought Garnacho played a little bit better after Bruno entered the game. I like the quality and pace on Fredrickson's pass. Sure, he didn't try to penetrate lines many times, but the defense... I liked Fredrickson today, and he did enough for someone who was playing his first minutes. I'm not going to... Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, he needs to... He definitely needs to penetrate lines, too, because your left center back and your right center back have to be able to do that, like Yoro is doing so amazingly. Even your middle center back. Anytime a center back has space in a Ruben Amorim system, they're supposed to be penetrating lines through carrying the ball and through passing the ball. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with what Fredrickson did today. Like, he did enough for his first minutes. I'm sure he was nervous out of his mind. So for him to be that composed under those circumstances is enough for a new guy. Also happy for him to get a starting role instead of someone who just came in for 30 minutes. Rasmus was really frustrating today. Oh, my God, don't get me started. Yes, he was. What is it? Like, we need to get a better forward. A good center forward, and we win. 1 assist for Dorgu and Garna at least. Yes. He deserves nothing less than jail time. Who? Abbas Toby? Who deserves jail time? I want to know. Haha, watching him is irritating at Garnacho. To be honest, if we could sell him to get Cunha or someone like that, I'll definitely take it. I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to learn how to kick a soccer ball and play for Man United. No. Hey, Semeex, awful game, man. We need Gyökeres badly. We need a progressive 8 and a 10, and we need Ahmad back. Dude, I really wish we would get Gyökeres. That would be somewhat of like a dream summer for me. Gyökeres, Cunha, Frimpong, a center back and a center mid and a goalkeeper. I don't have to come up with names for those positions. Anybody better than what we have will do. Anybody with legs and physicality. A Kamavinga-like center mid. And a center back who can advance the ball and pass. And a goalkeeper who can also distribute and make saves by pushing the ball out wide away from his goal. Wolves doing the double over United, and people want us to change the whole squad for Amorim, my club. Ooh, I think that's a negative towards Amorim. Am I right? What did he say before? He deserves nothing less than jail time. Oh, he thinks Amorim deserves jail time. I'm referring more to low blocks in the final third. I think the fundamentals were there, as we saw from Eriksson and half spaces and Garnacho channel, etc. I think the ideas were okay. It was the execution. Correct. But that's my whole point, Bath Time, that the execution was a little bit slow. I didn't say the ideas were bad. The execution was a little bit slow, and hence why the execution was bad. Give Mount and Bruno left feet, Give Mount and Bruno left feet, Ramos a brain, and I think we could have expected 3 goals from the second half. Oh, Rasmus. I'm like, who's Ramos? One of the ways to get the defense in balance is to use Garnacho or other players' short speed to go push the block backwards and with the cutback shoot from the cleared space. Yes. 4 teenagers on the pitch at F full-time plus Prem debut for Fredrickson. How is that not brave? Heart Zapper, man, I ignored Abbas because I don't want to get into this. I got into it last live I was in. I don't agree with anybody who's putting blame on Amorim. I think it's simple-minded thinking, and I don't want to insult people. I just think it's... I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Happy Easter. Not sure. Thank you for being here. Of course, we need to change the team for Amorim. No manager can win with this squad. Anyone still doubting Amorim is delusional. That's for you, Abbas. That's for... I'm not going to do it. They're going to do it for me. Eriksson is tiring me. Eriksson's tired himself, dude. Even with Ahmad back, he'd still have to serve the ball for this Hoyland. We can't progress this way. He's not wrong. AI Tech has not been wrong today. I can't, like, I try to back the players. I do. I really do. But facts are facts. I don't understand people. First they say the league isn't important, that Man United should rotate and the focus is on Europa League, and when there's a bad result, everyone goes ballistic. Also not wrong. Like, okay, we got how many more games left in the league? We don't have that many games left in the league, but we have 3 very important games. Hopefully 3 very important games. We definitely have 2 very important games, but hopefully we come out winning and on top, and so we have 1 more, which would be a final. Those 3 games are the ones we have to, like, win. We have to win, or else it's going to be a hard summer with a lot of stories that are going to stress us all out. Like, oh, we don't have money, and we're going to lay off more people, and we're not going to serve food to any of the employees anymore, and we're also taking away all donations, and ticket prices are going up because we don't have Champions League next season or any European football. We have to win those 3 games. I don't really care what happens in the other games. Now, don't get me wrong. I watch this game and I go, we shouldn't lose like that. We shouldn't lose like that. If this game would have ended 0-0, we'd have a little bit different mindset. I'd be like, oh, too bad we couldn't put away any of our chances. But it's like it didn't even end 0-0. We lost. You could get Beckham on one wing, someone else, I don't know his name, on the other, and Rasmus. Dude, it's Rasmus. We'll end up crying with no goals. I guess his point is that Rasmus isn't going to finish anything. Bro, who do you think is all the signings next season? With or without Champions League, because that's different. Good performance, but awful attack. Wait, so we can't have Obi available for Europa at all? No, we can't. I made that mistake in a video before, and everybody called me out on it. Yeah, I keep forgetting that he's not registered for Europa. Although, his freaking hold-up play is better than Rasmus. His hold-up play in the 2 games that I've gotten to see him play for like 10 minutes has been a lot. The guy knows how to use his body and hold up the ball. Good for him. I wish he was registered to play in Europa, man. Oh. Wait, so we can't have Obi? Obi can't be registered? Yep. Only managed to watch the last 30 minutes as I was working in a restaurant kitchen. I think their goal from the free kick was just a good free kick. Not sure if Onana could have done more. It wasn't Onana's fault. It wasn't Onana's fault. The problem was that we weren't already up by a goal or 2, because we should have already been up by a goal or 2. They played like trash. The Wolves played so bad today. Cunha wasn't even that good today. He made a couple of cool plays, but that was it. He wasn't that good today. It's actually worrying, because I'm like, come on, man. I know, but he is better than that, and I still want him. I still want to buy him. But he wasn't that good today. Let's not lie. Maybe because he feels the pressure that we might be buying him, so he felt like he had to do something, but it didn't even look like he was. For a lot of the first half, he was kind of not trying that hard, like he was walking, I think. I don't know. I don't want to say it, but it just didn't feel like he was missing for a lot of parts of the game. Long parts of the game. Dorgu did 2 identical good crosses, and Rasmus didn't understand where the ball was going. Yep. Rasmus needs a mentor, of course. Use your butt, Rasmus. That's with 2 T's, Nemor. Without, because I don't see us winning with. Did you mean to write that? Why would I say that word? You don't know the finest left foot Eastern Europe ever produced, the greatest set piece taker, Sinisa Mihajlovic. You're in for a real treat on YouTube if you look him up. Sinisa Mihajlovic. If I can remember that name, I'll look him up. If you send it to me on X, if you at me on X and send me that name, I will look it up later. Do you have to be 18 to be registered for Europe? No. Man United lost because the Wolves had Sarabia that scored an excellent goal and a free kick. It is all the news are going towards Delap and Osimhen more. Delap wouldn't be much of an improvement over Rasmus, and if Gyökeres and Osimhen cost the same, so why not Gyökeres? I don't get it really. Dorgu I'm going to talk about that, Mohammed, in a couple of minutes. Dorgu had a good game, but because we lost, no one's going to talk about it. Dorgu did have an okay game, didn't he? He did have a good game. It wasn't great. It wasn't like lights out, but it was a pretty good game compared to the kind of games he's had lately. I had faith in Højlund. You're wrong. As a striker, you can't go 18 games with one goal, even if you are young. He doesn't get in the right positions for crosses anymore. He should have been in the inside today, but he's always on the wrong side of the defender. Correct, and correct. I had faith in Højlund last season. For this season, when Amorim came in, I started watching Højlund's hold-up play because that is completely important in the Amorim system. It is what Sporting did so well with Gyökeres. His hold-up play Gyökeres' hold-up play is amazing. It's really good. And Højlund's hold-up play is trash. Really bad. Bruno Fernandes has better hold-up play than Rasmus Højlund with half the body. Poor from Maz in the lead up to conceding that free kick. Brighter minds than my... Dude, I don't want Mezraoui. I don't think Mezraoui should be starting for our team. I don't think Mezraoui should be starting. We missed Lissandro so much for the build-up. True. You have to be in the academy for 2 years or be a registered first-team signing to play in the UEL, I think. Obi is neither. I think that's true, Heartzapper, because I never understood why Obi wasn't registered. Dorgu was just okay. I meant, what signings can we make for a CM, 2 strikers, number 10, a goalkeeper if we don't have Champions League football? I don't think we will win with Højlund up front. If we don't get Champions League football, I'm afraid our only upfront option is Delap, and if Delap doesn't sign, they might actually do something I really don't want them to do and get Jonathan David on a free. That's my fear. That we don't get Champions League football, they have to budget, they keep trying to sign Delap, and if Delap goes to Chelsea or somewhere else, then they go after Jonathan David on a free. God, I would probably cry. Ugarte, before he came off, was having one of his best performances. He still was tripping over the ball, but had the intent to switch from center and get it forward. Ugarte, in the last 2 games, the one against Lyon and this one, has been going forward a little bit more frequently, and I have liked watching that. I felt Rasmus was always late to catch plays today. Too much overthinking. I think Rasmus is in a position of desperation, and it always makes a player bad when they're desperate. You either have to have like a killer instinct when you're angry and you actually play better, like some of the greats in the world actually have to like psychologically make themselves angry before a game for no reason. They make up stories in their own head, like that other player said something about my mother, even though the other player didn't say anything about anything. They have to make these stories up in their own head to get angry because they know they play better angry. And some players, they don't need anger as a motivation. They just perform on a big stage, if you will. They just like the limelight, and they like to perform on a big stage. They challenge themselves. I think Rasmus is in a position of desperation. Like, he knows he's not playing that well. He knows things aren't going his way. And he's showing that he's actually worse when he's under pressure. And that's not a good sign to have in a striker. You want a striker and you want a center back. Those 2 positions,
You want them to shine when they're under pressure, not actually get worse. Rasmus only wants to score easy goals. He didn't used to, though. He didn't used to. I'm telling you, I think the pressure has gotten to him, and he's losing himself. But that doesn't mean anything. This isn't me backing him. If pressure got to you and you're losing yourself, maybe you're not good enough to play for my team. Dorgu had a good game, but he had a phenomenal first game against Sociedad. After that, I don't understand what happened to him. Yeah, again, I think nerves, pressure, stuff like that. New club, new league, higher physical demands, less time and space with questionable ball striking for Dorgu. Correct, but also you add the nerves on top of everything you just said. Because I think Dorgu has a player inside him. I'm waiting to see next season. We're not gonna. Some of the things that we've heard so far about signings this summer that I said we'll talk about is like we talked about a center mid, 2 strikers or a striker, a 10 and a goalkeeper, and we forgot to mention center back because we do need a center back, and we need a right wing back. Let's be real, we need a right wing back. Dorgu playing left wing back is not something we're going to be looking at this summer. So let's all take a breather on the Dorgu criticism because there's nothing going to happen to Dorgu for at least a year. If he fails next season, then they'll probably look for a left wing back next summer to come in and Dorgu can play behind him. Or maybe Amos becomes our starting left wing back. Or Diego Leon comes in and we see a player in there that that's better than we think he is. I think Diego Leon's okay. I just don't know if he's ready. Do you think Amorim can actually bring the glory days? Because I have some doubts regarding his tactics of using too many defensive-minded players for my liking. That's a fair question, so I'm going to answer it fairly. Yes, I do. I want you to think of Inter Milan and Inzaghi. He uses a lot of, as you called it, defensive-minded players, but they have freedom to go forward. They have a lot of freedom to go forward, a lot. If you watched their last game against Bayern Munich, it was the center backs that tore up Bayern Munich. The runs that they were making forward and their wing backs. The runs they were making forward is just too much for any team to be like, oh my God, I got to watch the forwards. I got to watch the midfielders, and then these center backs are coming into my third too. And that's what he's trying to get Euro to do. And Lenny Euro's doing a fantastic job of carrying the ball and gliding with it all the way forward. You have to understand that in a Ruben Amorim system, it's not the same. I'm about to say something and people are going to be like, no, it's not, blah, blah, blah. But just listen to my point. It's almost like total football in that he needs the center backs to also be okay carrying the ball forward and passing the ball forward. Again, like I said, if you watch Inter Milan play, sometimes it's 2 center backs in the box and the midfielders are the furthest back. Sometimes it's 2 center backs in the box, either waiting for a cross or literally trying to create something, while 2 midfielders, the center mids, are in the back just in case of a transitional counter. Ruben wants everyone to go forward whenever the opportunity presents itself, but someone else then has to replace and stay back. But only 2. It's not 3 people aren't back there. It's 2 people back there. On a good day when we're dominating. I hope that answers your question. So I don't want you to think of it as defensive-minded players. I want you to think of it as players that are allowed to go forward, but also have defensive strengths so that we can limit goals scored against us. And the biggest problem we had with Erik ten Hag was how many opportunities other teams were getting. Man, we had games where some teams would have 16, 17 shots on our goal. It was insane. And that wasn't because Erik ten Hag's a bad manager. That's because our squad ain't it. Our squad ain't it. Is this Osimhen stuff actually true or coordinated from Turkish media? I don't know, dude. I really don't know. Like, I think Osimhen is their first choice if we make Champions League because I think they have an easy out with Garnacho going the other way. So even if we don't make Champions League, maybe that's the plan. Maybe the plan is if Garnacho shows that he's not going to improve and be even better than he is right now, then maybe the plan is that we give them Garnacho for a little, and pay them a little bit of money and get Osimhen in. I don't know. Plus, Napoli have to sell Osimhen this summer. Like, they can't have another season where they're trying to figure out what to do with his wages. So at some point, Osimhen's got to go. And I don't know how many years he has left on his contract. It might only be another 2 years. So basically, next year he might leave for free. So maybe they really have to sell. I don't know. You can see Rasmus getting desperate in the way he plays on the ball recently. He's acting more selfishly. Yeah, for sure. He made a big mistake today when he didn't give Dorgu the ball in that one play. There was one play where Dorgu was wide open, and all Rasmus had to do was get the ball to him early, and he just kept the ball and kept dribbling it into the box, and then he got the shot blocked, and he ends up on the floor as usual. Dude, Rasmus is on the floor so much that, like, I feel bad for the kit man because his kit is probably covered in grass every single 5 minutes. It's like, I got to give him another kit every 5 minutes. I think Diogo Leon hasn't the pace and intensity for Premier League. He's a bit like Kukonki, good on the ball, but with time and space. I don't know. We'll find out when he gets in. I'm not going to judge Diogo Leon from what he's doing in South America. It's totally different over there. And also, like, don't forget, if you think Diogo Leon doesn't have pace and he's playing in South America, he's usually playing in, like, humid 90-degree weather, 90-degree American, I don't know where you're from, and I don't know, like, Celsius, Fahrenheit, I don't even know the difference. I'm just telling you, like, really hot weather and humidity, you just can't run that fast in those areas in South America, and you could be super fast. You just find out when you get to Europe and it's cold, and you're like, whoa, you really open your legs up, and you can run for longer. We got to give time to Dorgu. Look how long it took for Euro to gain confidence. Young players rarely come off the ground running. He needs his adjustment period. I gotta say though, like, even though I agree with what you said, but the Euro comparison, I don't know, man. Euro gained confidence pretty quickly. Remember, Euro got injured in the preseason game that I went to against Arsenal here in LA at SoFi. Euro got injured, and then after he came back from injury, maybe it felt like he needed time to get confidence. I thought he just needed time to get fully fit. But once he was fully fit, he's been off and running. But I do agree with you that Dorgu needs time. I'm not saying I don't agree with you. I just don't think Euro needed a lot of time. Euro was pretty good. Inzaghi seems, I'm not sure, to use more emergent structures on the pitch, whereas Amorim seems to follow a stricter zonal occupation. I'm not sure if he's trying to move towards La Nuestra stuff. 100% agree with bath time here. Inzaghi is a little bit different in the movements he allows his players to make. And Amorim is a little bit more zonal. But I think we're starting to see Amorim's open up a little bit and let people free roam a little bit more and make switches. But yes, Inzaghi is different than Amorim. I mean, for one thing, he plays with two strikers, not two tens. But the way Inzaghi uses his center backs is not 100% the same as what Amorim wants, but very close. They're allowed to run forward. Amorim center backs are allowed to run forward. They're allowed to make penetrating passes whenever. He needs his center backs to be involved in build-up play. Maybe I'll just say that, and that should wrap it up. I'm really worried that Amorim will be the scapegoat. Me too, Mohammed. People still think managers are the problem. We have a great manager. We need a new squad. I hate Garnacho, man. Me too, man, because we have a history of blaming managers when the squad's not good enough. And I'm not saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a good manager. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying it wasn't all Ole's fault. He had McKenna there with him, and Carrick. They're not, those three brains together doesn't equal bad manager. We had Ralph Rangnick, not a bad manager. We just don't have a built squad to handle the physicality of the Premier League, and people just don't seem to understand that. I get into arguments over chat and stuff like that all the time. This squad is not built to withstand the things the Premier League wants, especially without a firing Marcus Rashford. If you have a Marcus Rashford who's playing at his top level, that pretty much patches up a lot of the weaknesses. It papers the cracks, as they say. But if you don't have a Marcus Rashford playing at a top level, then you don't have a good squad, period. Man United XG 1. Is that 1.10? Wolves XG 0.25. Yeah. we should have won that game or at least drew it. Be cool. Ahmad right wing back for who to play 10. He's our attacking best player. I agree with that, AI Tech. I understand if Ahmad needs to play right wing back because we need to do it because nobody else is doing it right. Sometimes, not every game. But I would rather have him play as a 10. Ahmad has a Salah-like ability to win far more second balls than he should. I quite like him at wing back. I can understand that, but I think Ahmad also is the best on-ball dribbler we have. Not a Garnacho-like where it's just kick the ball into open space and try to run to that open space. Ahmad is actually really good at keeping the ball really close to his foot and controlling the pace of the ball, just keeping it close. I'm losing my words right now, but you guys know what I mean. Bit late to arrive. The team did fine today, in my opinion. Finishing was not up to it. No, it wasn't. But I would say Bruno had a bad showing overall. This I don't understand. But I would say Bruno had a bad showing overall, and so did Mount. I'm sorry, TK, but if you were here for the watch-along, we were watching Bruno change the game, orchestrate the team, and create a lot more chances. I think you're saying that because they both missed their finishes with their left foot on cutback passes. If that's why you're saying that, I can understand why, because that moment was a frustrating moment. But Bruno was great today. He changed the game. He made us play better, and he made the right side effective. Whereas the whole game, if you were here for the watch along, you would have heard us or heard me or seen the chat. The whole game, we were only effective up the left side, which didn't really have much going for it. But we would rarely use the right side. And then Bruno came in the game and Mount came in the game, and that all changed. We started using both sides. And that's important too. But I understand, like, if you got upset when you saw Bruno miss the chance and then Mount miss the chance, I get it. I have no idea why Marega Chiari says LOL, whatever that means. In my opinion, Euro has really only had the confidence to express himself in the past few months. I think he's been defensively secure for a while. Correct. Yeah, okay. I can go with that. Euro's become better, more open in the past few months going forward. Yes. Defensively, he was sound from day one. AI Tech, Ahmad doesn't make good decisions. He's very strong on the 1v1, but even playing at right wing back, he can get near the box. Loved your level-headed opinion. Thank you. My issue with Ahmad in the 10 is he doesn't get ahead of the ball, so with Bruno, we've got them both there a bit too static. Bath time is correct in his assessment of Ahmad being sometimes too static. He wants the ball where he wants the ball because he wants to take the guy on one-on-one with his quick, short touches, which I understand. But in this system, he has to make diagonal runs more often. That's what drives me a little bit. I don't want to say drives me crazy because I really like Ahmad. But that's what I think Ahmad needs to add to his game, because Bruno, as Bath Time said, is the one that's a little bit more static and wants to play in these little pockets that he wants to take the ball in so he can distribute the ball, make the decisions of where the play is going to go next. Ahmad likes to do that on the right side where he just hangs out in a pocket, but like just short of zone 18. And I think that Ahmad needs to learn how to make better runs and diagonal runs and threaten with his runs and his movement and open up space for other people a little bit better. Like, he needs to understand that part of the game a little bit better. But I think he can do it. He's young. I think a preseason for Ahmad's going to be priceless. Hopefully Ahmad doesn't have any national team duties that he needs to go on. Skander, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. I know the last live was a little rough, but thank you for being here, man. What do you think of Cunha, Delap, Cherky, Gyökeres? Also, not Cherky. I don't want Cherky anymore. Not after what he did to our fan base at Old Trafford. I wanted Cherky. I understand he's skillful. I just don't like what he did to our fans at Old Trafford. Once you do that, you can't play for the team. Once you mock our fans, you can't play for the team. At least I hope that they don't try to buy him if they saw the footage of what he did with his hand on his private parts. Cunha, Delap, I'm not going to say Cherky, Gyökeres or Osimhen, Rig or Job, Manu Kone, a good keeper this summer. I wish, man. I wish. But no Delap. You can take Delap out. If you're bringing in Gyökeres, we don't need Delap. I kind of agree, be cool. One of those 10s needs to run channels, get ahead of the ball, and not touch it. Yep. The team went a bit down psychologically after the goal. Yeah. Hot take. Even though Mainu was one of our savers and he's one of the greatest potentials, I don't think he fits Amorim's system. I would rather sell Garna and Mainu to buy players who fit. Depends on how much money we have. If we only need to sell one of them, then I would rather sell Garna. If we have to sell both because we need the money to get Amorim everything he needs, then I totally understand. Bruno's the only playmaker, but when he makes a bad play, everyone seems to be out of position and the transition seems to put us in a bad place. Maybe because he has to play all over the pitch. That's true too, though. That's true too. So now I understand where TK was coming from. The team was too slow and lacked intensity. Yes! I was saying that throughout the whole game. They moved the ball slow. They moved slow. Through the game, we were always controlling it 100%. Guys, if you remember the Newcastle game, which I know we all want to forget, if you remember the Newcastle game, you saw there in that game how much physicality we lack. Today's Wolves game, Wolves and us, equal physicality, both trash, both really bad. And we equal them in physicality and running. And they're not that good at that at all. And that's the problem. We need 4 or 5 starters. 4 is minimal, by the way. At least 5 starters. And I'm not talking about goalkeeper. I'm not talking 4 or 5 outfield players who are going to bring physicality to this team. More running, faster decisions, faster ball movement, faster movement, period. And strong hold-up play, stuff like that. Not all 5 have to be strong, but 2 of the 5 have to be strong. The team was... Nobody's making runs. Sporting were relentless. Everyone was making runs. 100%, man. Like, I used to... When I found out that we're going to go for Amorim, I started watching sporting games for like 3 weeks straight. I watched different sporting games because I had access to some sporting games. I watched like, I don't know, 6 to 10 sporting games in like a week. And I was so impressed. And I was like, dude, I'm ready. I'm ready for this guy. And then he came in and I saw us play and I'm like, the team's not ready for this guy. This squad's not good for what Amorim's trying to do. But if you tell me like, well, then we should change manager, somebody who could work with this squad. I'm sorry, dude. This squad is not physically capable of challenging anyone in the Premier, not anyone, but the top 5 in the Premier League or even the top 8 in the Premier League. This squad just doesn't have it. They don't have it. This isn't La Liga. It's not La Liga. Look at Anthony in La Liga. Look how good he is in La Liga because it's not as physical. You get more time. You get more space. That's why like people drive me nuts when they go Scott McTominay. We should have never sold Scott McTominay. Dude, I understand what you're saying, but you're wrong. Like I understand why you're saying it, and I totally get the doubt in the head. Like maybe we should have kept him. I totally understand that, but you can't forego the fact that when he had less time and space in the Premier League, with every touch he made, there were a lot more mistakes in him. Over there, more time, more space, a lot less mistakes. Makes him look a lot better. The data looks better. Everything looks better. And it's fine. It's okay that a player's speed of thought matches that league. His speed of thought does not match our league. Even though his body's a physical body, he can run all day long, but his speed of thought does not match our league in most games. He would have been great in today's game, probably. Today's game wasn't that fast, but in the Newcastle game, he would have been a mess. He would have been a mess. He would have turned over the ball more. He would have been a mess. There was no time in that game. Where am I? Cherky seems to be the most obvious flop in waiting. I don't want Cherky. Nobody's making runs. Okay, I already read that. Slower Sancho Ozil type. A slower Sancho Ozil type. Cherky seems to be the most obvious flop in the waiting. A slower Sancho. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. He's not as good as Ozil, though. Let's be real. Ozil's passing was much better than Cherky. Cherky Sancho, probably... Sancho at his best is probably Cherky, yeah. Cherky got character, though we need that. No, not when you do that to our fans. It's okay to have character, I understand, but you don't do it to our fans. Especially when you're 2 months away from the summer transfer window and you think that there's a chance you're coming to our squad. If he knows that there's a chance that he's going to sign for our squad and then he looks at our fans after scoring a goal, grabs his private parts and starts shaking it at him, no, I don't want that guy. He's disrespecting you as a fan. If you were in the stadium, he would have disrespected you by doing that, and then I'm supposed to erase that from my memory? It's 2 months away from the transfer window. Look, if he did that 2 years ago, that could be forgiven and forgotten because he never knew he was going to play for us. But it's 2 months away from the transfer window, and he knows there's stories out there that we might be looking at him or interested in him, and he does that. I don't want him. I don't want it. That's him saying, I don't want to play for you. He'd only be playing for me for the money. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want that. I don't want that. Team lacks quality. It's painfully obvious. Yes. Pensive. Hoyland is a channel runner, never a hold-up player. Exactly, but that's not what we need. A channel runner and a hold-up player. It's 2025, man. Like, it's not... Football is a lot more complicated these days. People need to be able to do more than one thing. People need to be able to do more than one thing. If you can't do more than one thing, you can't play for a top-tier team. That's just good enough to play for a mid to low-tier team if you can only do one thing. To make runs, you need to have the physicality to make runs, though. This team cannot physically do it. No, they can't. But that's why we need a big summer. Maybe this lack of physicality is reflected in the use of the ball, where we can't recover that high up the pitch to take chances with push and goes. Higher ball speed might be good management. Bathtime, you claim that I'm the one who likes to argue, but like you like arguing. You know you do. You're a smart man, though, because you always have good comments and good arguments. Are you a lawyer? I need to know if you're a lawyer or if you're still in university. If you're still in university, you should be studying law, because you would be good at being a lawyer. We also played Scott in the wrong position. You have to be able to do more than one thing. I'll say that again. But yes, we did play Scott in the wrong position sometimes. We played Scott all over the place. We played him at striker sometimes. Scott McTominay was effective in both boxes. I take that every day of the week this season. Scott McTominay is gone, and it's okay. Some of our academy players are going to be sold, and that's okay too. As long as we build better. You're right to say what you're saying, because we built worse. We built worse. That's on the recruitment team, so I understand why you're saying it. I'm totally in agreement there. Me and you are on the same page there. But if we would have got rid of Scott McTominay and brought in someone better, you wouldn't say that. And that's just logic, right? That's just facts. God, we are so bad at recruitment, so I totally get it. Damn. I wish we weren't so bad at recruitment. We spent so much money so badly. And it's all on the Glazers. Oh, I was about to curse. Yeah, it's all on the Glazers, man. This is the Glazers putting people in charge who don't deserve to be in charge, who they don't... Did it even feel like the Glazers ever interviewed anyone for any position? No. They gave Ed Woodward the job because this is going to be a long conversation if I go there. So let's just stop. Let's just stop. Let's go back to this game and what the problems are today instead of the past. But I totally get it. Like, I know why people want Scott McTominay back or regret that we sold Scott McTominay. But the truth is that we didn't recruit good at all. We recruited like crap. Sir Alex Ferguson used to get rid of top players, top players, but then he'd bring in a top player who you're like, oh, okay, I didn't know this guy could play this well. How many times did Sir Alex buy some? Not all the time. Sometimes he'd buy someone and you'd be like, oh, I know that guy's good. But sometimes you'd buy someone and you'd be like, who is this guy? Like Chicharito. Who is this? Or even others. There's so many. Chicharito is just the first one that came to my head. He's like, who is this guy? And why are we wasting time on this dude? And then he would play and you're like, oh, he's good. Oh, I didn't know what I was talking about. Sir Alex is a lot better at this than I am, and I should keep my mouth shut. Unfortunately, in the last 10 years, we've gotten rid of players, and we bring in players, and we're like, I think this guy's good, but we do the opposite, where we hype the guy up, and then he plays, and he's not good. And you're like, oh my God, we should have let Man City take Sanchez, the piano player. That's his name, right? Sanchez? Alexis Sanchez. Yeah, I got the name right. I'm proud of myself. Things of that nature. And you're just like, dude, I wish we had a recruitment team that brought in guys that I would be like, who's this guy? And then they would end up good. Instead of a recruitment team that brought in guys where I'm like, oh yeah, he's good. And then he plays and you're like, oh no, he's not. At Sporting, Ruben controlled everything. He was not just a head coach. He was more than a manager. He micromanaged everything, even recruitment. And on recruitment, he always thinks outside of the box. We're going to find out this summer. And I am excited to find out. I can't wait to see what a Ruben Amorim summer looks like. Unfortunately, I hope our higher-ups are giving him the cash to do what a Ruben Amorim summer looks like, not what a Ruben Amorim third-choice signing looks like. You understand? He wanted Nuno Mensch. For those of you who think Dorgu's not ready, Ruben wanted Nuno Mensch, not Dorgu. Dorgu is second choice or third choice. We know Nuno Mensch was on the list before Dorgu, and we don't know if he had another name before that, which is that Canadian who plays at Bayern Munich that we had a lot of stories about. I'm bad with names, so bear with me. If Marcus is here, he's Canadian, he would tell me. Left back, plays for Canada, also plays on Bayern Munich. We had a lot of stories about him. He could have been the first choice. Nuno Mensch might have been the second choice. And Dorgu was probably the third choice. And that's who Dorgu is. He's the third choice signing. If that's the kind of summer we're going to have, where Ruben keeps getting his third choice signing, we will improve, because he won't sign somebody who's not better than what we have. Alphonso Davies, that's right. Not Jonathan Davies, be cool. It's Alphonso Davies. Jonathan Davies, the striker who plays for Canada. Alphonso Davies, exactly. If what's it called? What was I saying? Oh yeah. If we get Ruben's third choice signings this summer, they will still be an improvement on what we have, because he won't sign somebody. He's not dumb. He's not going to sign somebody who's not going to offer something that we already have. So we will get better, but we just won't get as good a player as he originally wanted. Alphonso Davies and Nuno Mensch are much better than Patrick Dorgu. I don't care who it is here. Don't get mad at me for not backing my player. This is just facts. Alphonso Davies is much better than Patrick Dorgu, and Nuno Mensch is probably better than Dorgu. But Dorgu is better than Malacia. So it's still an improvement. We're still moving in the right direction, is what I'm trying to tell you. So third choice will still be an improvement, but it won't be as big an improvement as first or second choice. I hope he gets some first choice signings. I think Cunha might be a first choice signing, by the way. So, because we've heard about Cunha a lot, we've seen him actually talk to Cunha after the last Wolves game, not today. I didn't watch what happened after today. Nuno Mensch is that guy, best left back in the world. He's a really good left back, dude, and he's only going to get better as long as he stays injury free. Cherki is not good enough. Let's go Fofana. He made Cherki shine. And Ndoye. I don't think that's how you say his name, the PSG guy. I think I know who you're talking about, the young kid who's really good, but that kid's not for sale, dude. There's no way they're selling that kid. Cucurella would be a great improvement. Oh, man, I hope not. I hope that's not who we go for, man. I don't want to see Cucurella, bro. I don't want to see Cucurella. You guys are going to drive me crazy with these ideas. I don't want to see Cucurella. I think this summer would be disappointing, to be honest. I don't trust any of the higher-ups anymore. Are you saying that even if we win the Europa League? I think if we win the Europa League, if this summer is disappointing, I'm gonna go crazy on them. I'm going to go crazy on him. I'm going to make a million videos talking about how much I hate Ineos and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. So I hope you're not saying if we win the Europa League. I hope you're saying if we don't win the Europa League, we have no Champions League football, that it will be... Dude, this part of my hair is just sticking like crazy. Whatever. Hey, Semeex, at this point of the season, which of the youth players should the coaches bookmark for further development into next season? Aiden Heaven, Lenny Yoro, if we're allowed to call him a young player. Cheeto Obi, the little bit that I've seen of Cheeto Obi, man, hold up play. The man knows how to use his body. So now, and we all kind of know that he's not a bad striker of the ball because of the stuff he's posted online and things we've seen him do in the under 21s. He's not a bad striker of the ball. He seems a big, strong boy that's only going to grow into his body even more. So Cheeto Obi for sure, Aiden Heaven for sure, and if we're allowed to call Lenny Yoro a young player, Lenny Yoro. And maybe Mainu. And Mainu, yeah. As long as we're developing him into a number 10. Hey, first off, you're assuming Amorim wanted Davies and Mendes based on journalist stories. Some of these stories are from player agents like Alphonso Davies, who wanted a new contract from Bayern, so did Nuno. You're right, I'm assuming that. But I'm also assuming that because they're better players than Patrick Dorgu. That's statistically and in every way. That's the eye test and the stats. So yes, I am assuming that, but I'm assuming that because I think that our sporting director and our manager have a good brain on their shoulders, and their brain told them that these are better players, but they're too pricey. They're priced out of our league. They wanted higher wages than we were prepared to offer. So, Don, correct. I'm assuming. But I'm assuming based on logic. I'm not assuming based on I read it somewhere, and that's why. I read it somewhere. It makes logical sense to want them to be the first choice. Just like Don, I'm assuming he would rather have Gyökeres over Delap. Am I stupid for assuming that? I'm assuming he would rather have Osimhen over Delap. What do you think? Cucurella, Longstaff, Danny Ings, rebuild. Let the hair down, brother. Been a long season. For sure. Cucurella isn't a fit to RA system, but he's a lot better than Dorgu. I actually don't want to sell Garnacho. Garna's like today's show. He's a firecracker and can make chances out of nothing. He might be the only one you can sell for real money, though. It's also a business thing. Like, he might be the only one you can sell for any kind of real money that would enable you to spend a good amount this summer. Alvaro Carreras Fernandez, this is at Benfica, is a good fit. Man United could get him at $5 million. I don't know why they didn't want to get him. Maybe he doesn't want to play for us. Maybe he doesn't want to come back to England. I know what you're saying, Be Cool, but it's not just up to us. You can't force a guy to come. I'd love to be in a position to keep Garnacho and use him on the bench, but I think the cash, yep, exactly. What do you feel about Collier, Fredrickson, and Amos into the roles next season? Sell, loan, develop. Maybe sell Collier because why doesn't he play him as much as I think, unless he has a knock. Maybe sell Collier if you can get some money for him. See, it's not a fair... I'll tell you why, Vishal, that's not a fair question. Because it's a great question, but it's not a fair question. I need to know what kind of money we can get, right? So, like, if you tell me, like, would you sell this or keep it? Well, what can I get by selling it? If I can't get enough value for what it is, then no, I'd rather keep it. Does that make sense? So... if I can have prices on all three of those, I'll tell you if I would sell them. But the ones I would definitely loan is Fredrickson. I would definitely loan him out because I saw some good things from him today, and I'd like to see if he can play with the big boys for a whole season for a lot more minutes than he would get at United. And then Amos, I'd want to develop Amos. I'd want to develop Amos, and I think he'd get a good chance of playing time unless Diogo Leon is like really incredible. But I think Diogo Leon is so young that like Sekou Kone, he's going to come in and play for the under 21s for a while. He's not going to play for the first team next season. I don't think he is. Alvaro would immediately be the worst left back in the Prem. Nah, man. I get it. And pure profit. Yep. Collier hasn't featured since playing the supermarket from Romania. I think we can assume they don't think he's quite ready. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I said I would probably sell him. But I need to know the value. If he's not going to be valued high enough, I would keep Collier. I would give him more minutes next season to prove that he's actually not that bad. Because, yes, he is not ready for our team and maybe never will be. But I've seen enough from Collier to know that he's worth something. So if somebody's not willing to pay what he's worth, which is 8 to 12 million, and they only want to give us like 4 million, like Zidane Iqbal money, then it's because we haven't played him enough. We need to play him in more minutes and show, put him out there and show what he's got. Collier is injured. That makes sense. Alvaro went, I think, because of Amas. Maybe. Why I am asking is because I have a feeling Ineos will be tight with the budget and Amorim will need to dip into youth players for backups. Heaven, Amas, Obi, and maybe Collier if we keep him and if we didn't get a good value for him. Those are the ones I would use as backups. And maybe Montanto. I don't know anything about Montanto, and neither do you. All we've seen him do is play for the kids. I've seen him play for the kids. He's all right, but come on, man. They get so much time and space playing in the youth teams that it's not even the same. It's nowhere near the same. Amir, too, by the way. Amir's pretty impressive. And Morehouse. Jack Morehouse. He's impressive. So I'd maybe use them as backups next season. There's a reason we sold him for pennies. He's not physical specimen. Amorim needs PMP players. Alvaro's not that. Yeah. I'd loan Rasmus to Amazon so they can launch him into space and see if he can hold up the ball in zero gravity. I love Collier. I won't. He is be next De Bruyne. I think he said I want him to be the next De Bruyne, which De Bruyne. Sorry. De Bruyne. That makes much more sense. I was like, De Bruyne? No. I think our defense is fine, to be honest. We got a lot of great youth prospects. That's true. That's true, but we still need one more defender because I'm not that comfortable with Mazraoui playing in defense, to be honest with you. And also, even if Mazraoui is going to play, I'm not that comfortable with not having a regular center defensive, the central center back, not be someone who can advance the ball forward, whether that's with carrying it or passing it. I like what Maguire brings and offers, but I think he needs to be a backup. I like what De Ligt brings and offers, but I think De Ligt, I don't know. I just need better. I need better. And obviously, I think the one they're looking for is a left-sided center back because of Lisandro Martinez's injuries. Do you guys think Lisandro Martinez will ever be the player that he was before being injured, or is he always going to be injury problems from now on? I think Maxi Odieli is probably the benchmark for his value, which was reported to be around 2 million with lots of clauses. $2 million. That's not bad. All right. That's it for today. Thank you so much for being here with me. I gotta go, and I have a medical procedure tomorrow, so wish me luck. It's just a test, but I will have to go under for it. And then I will be back and hopefully be healthy enough to make a video on Tuesday, which will come out on Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.